Oh, it's the end.
You
Hello,
seem upset
everybody.
about that.
Yeah. No, I'm not upset.
Hello. Good
Hi.
evening and
Welcome.
season's greetings to
Season's
everyone.
greetings.
Welcome. Welcome to Legends of Logomancy, the holiday edition. Before we get too deep into our Yuletide tale, we're going to do our normal amounts of tomfoolery chatting about. So first of all, I am so excited to welcome Ryan back to our table. Ryan, how you doing? Kick us off.
Pretty good. Just got a little bit older, as we all do, and managed to survive another year.
Happy belated. I'm sorry. I never actually mentioned anything. Happy belated, friend.
See, the difference between us getting older and you getting older, though, is like for us, it's not life threatening at this point. Mary ho ho.
Yeah.
Auburn takes a point of exhaustion.
Yeah,
I see how it
working
is.
on the. I'm working on the nice Santa Claus beard here, right?
Mhm.
Every year it gets a little whiter.
Yeah.
We're very excited to have you. Riley, how you doing?
Yes. Hi. I'm doing okay. A little stressed out at work. It's retail Christmas season.
Yeah, that sounds joyous.
I'm one of those days away from lighting a match and throwing it and walking away.
I can see how pained your cheeks are from having to smile all day long.
Hi there. How you doing? Can I help you with anything? Oh, that's a great product. You want something to go with that?
You talk in that
Now,
accent along the time, along with everything else.
Has corporate told you can't wish people a Merry Christmas?
No, we don't have any. No, we can do whatever we want. We can say Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, etc. Whatever.
Because the spirit is there. That's
Exactly.
what counts. Now, when you say
Exactly.
whatever you want,
I mean, I'm not trying to get fired.
I want to say Merry Ho-Oh and then bring Pokemon in a hat out.
Merry Winter Mass. For those who know,
I personally just look at people and just go bah humbug and walk away from them. You know, manager things.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of Grinchmas.
Fired.
James.
I'm having a pretty decent day. Most of it got away from me, but you know, it's really fucking cold here. But there's no scorpions.
Exactly. There's
So
no
that's
scorpions.
what matters.
You
Welcome
can
to
get
Canada.
frostbite in 2 minutes. But
Welcome
there's
to
no
Canada.
scorpions.
Sorry.
Frostbite in 2 minutes, but no scorpions. A worthwhile trade. I don't need any of that. Our inflatables haven't been stolen yet, so life is good.
That's
I've
pretty
got
good.
a 9-foot tall T-Rex wearing a Santa hat, holding a present in its mouth in my front yard.
No one's stolen my geese. I'm so
Excellent.
happy. I have geese. Their names are Walter and Maurice, and they guard my front deck with vicious intent, as all good geese are.
We need to get a
Lines
light
in their
up
mouth.
knife.
No one will ever steal them.
Broken Riley unless.
And Mac, how about you?
Have Indian food, so that's nice.
I also had Indian food prior to. Okay, this hurts my head a lot, so this isn't going to stay on here very long.
Just wear it
Where's
as a
your-
choker.
Put
You'll
it
be
over your
fine.
headphones.
It doesn't stretch that far. We went through all this before. First of all, it doesn't stretch, and this is not the look we're going for.
I don't know, but that's the look I'm going for.
Now, look, I was
That's
going to say,
great.
it's like I'm going for it
That's
too.
great.
Kinky Christmas, baby.
I do it.
Anyways, I got Indian food on my.
Oh, see,
Office
that's
soap.
a good.
There you go. I've got 2.5 more days until I get my free 10 days off during the year because my company's rad and gives us vacation time plus Christmas vacation.
Nice.
So, yeah, so I'm waiting for that because I need to sleep more than 3 hours a night.
Sure
You do this to yourself.
Sure do. But
Fuck you.
as with so many things of this time of year, I'm afraid that sleep is also hard to come by in the land of Naylor.
Wait, sorry, Melissa. How are you?
Oh,
How
how
are
am
you?
I?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Oh,
I
there-
tell you what, I'm unfocused. And no, I'm doing really well. I
Good.
am gearing up. I love this time of year. I know it can be hit or miss for people on this time of year, but I really love it. And just PSA to those at home, we are we're free reign on things within Naylor, whether we are Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or all of those things. They are all intended to be joy and cheer of the season. So, in whatever way you celebrate it or feel it, that is what we wish for you. And with that disclaimer out of the way, and just a little bit more stalling because I'm not going to start reading my script until I have all of my wonderful friends present for it. We will
Well,
wait.
then
Mac-
I will give
Mac,
my.
you pooping?
So what will so what I will do though is do this.
All right, the cat's
Dramatic pause.
scratching his face, so I had to stop him from scratching his face.
That happened.
All right.
It's Christmas, everybody.
Hello, everyone. And welcome. Where's my audio? Here we go. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the womb, not a creature was stirring, all rekindled a snooze. Quill and Lou were nestled, all snug in their bed, while visions of dragon wings danced in their head. And Dern in the bennies, and Auburn in his hat, had just settled in for a warm winter's nap. When above the small town there arose such a clatter, they all raced from their beds to see what was the matter. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave an aura of radiance all round the stone. When what to their wondering eyes should appear but a brightly dressed man with tall, pointy ears. As the figure descended from 12 feet above, they saw not an elf, but their good friend, Foxglove. And so we open with Foxglove plummeting from the sky, 12 feet above you. Dern, what do you do?
Oh, Kate. Well, Dern is definitely not at the Bennies at the moment. He's currently having a drink at the bar, and all of a sudden.
Did you not listen to the poem?
No, I'm joking.
You were
I'm
at the
joking. I'm
stone.
joking. I'm joking.
It's done. I can't work under these conditions.
Dern looks up and sees Foxglove plummeting.
He's 12
Okay.
feet up.
Dern looks around and stretches his arms out to try and catch him.
Throw me deck. Deck save.
You give that to me?
I do.
I got a 19, so I'll take it.
19. Foxglove, you are embraced by the warm arms of your friend who catches you and cradles you with utmost joy.
Foxglove,
Thanks for the
good to
catch.
see you. What brings you?
Emergency tragedy.
Well, we've had a few of those, but please do go on.
The first thing I'd like you to note is that Foxglove looks nothing like he does normally. Foxglove, could you describe yourself, please?
In a oddly floppy hat with a little tassel on it. It's green, yes, like that, but it's green. And in red and green striped shirt and green tights and green shoes that curl over.
So he took a job at the mall, is what you're saying.
You would assume something like that.
A very new getup you have, Foxglove. Pray tell why.
It's a job requirement.
Job requirement.
They made me wear it.
Okay, there are many questions here, Foxglove. Who and why?
It was Elven Resources. That crazy Elven Resources lady.
I will not understand the Feywild. I will not try to understand the Feywild. Okay. What emergency?
So,
what can we do?
Yeah. So I lost my delivery.
All right.
And if I don't get it back, I'm gonna end up like the last guy who lost the
What happened
delivery.
to him?
He was my friend Rude, and like 100 years ago or so, he didn't make the delivery, and I think he got turned into like a caribou or something like that. And they said that like they gave him a beacon to light his shame or something like that.
Albrin, what is a caribou?
It's like a deer, bud. I don't know that I'm there, but it's like a deer. A delicious deer.
I don't know if you're there or not.
Okay. In case my poem wasn't abundantly clear, you all heard noise. You all came to the stone. You're all here,
Understood.
standing beside Foxglove.
See,
Albrin.
I've been reading this whole time.
So
It's like a deer, a really delicious deer. And they like they pull Santa's sleigh. Technically, reindeer
Did you eat
caribou.
Rude?
It's not rude to eat.
No, my friend Rude.
I've
If
never
your
eaten a
friend is
reindeer that ever
rude, then we
complained
need
about
to. I was about to say, if your friend is rude, then we have to correct his grammar.
Enough about him. I don't want to get eaten. So I need help.
Foxglove, friend, of course.
What did you lose, Foxglove?
My delivery. It's all these letters and stuff, and
Where do we start?
Well, Quill's a pretty good tracker, so I mean, we could probably figure something out. Where'd you last?
I don't know who you are. I like your hat, but so you're in.
That makes entirely all of the sense. Albrin Perhale, my friend, and I shake his tiny, tiny little hand.
Foxglove Grey Dove. You can call me Fox.
You can call me Albrin, because you like my hat. This is Oris, and I gesture to a bedraggled-looking owl on his shoulder. He's like, "Arr."
Okay, so first things first is contractually we're required to wear this getup.
I would like to note that your familiar Foxglove looks like a nutcracker.
A non-flying nutcracker?
He's kind of floating there.
flies by flapping its mouth really fast.
He looks terrified.
It's like a hummingbird.
Yeah, he is not happy.
I like it. All right, so
I'm still like, well, so I'm a little bit confused though. So like, why are you carrying letters? That doesn't really seem like your job.
It's not normally my job, but there was a mix-up, and the guy who was supposed to do it ended up getting sick or something, and I think he really just wanted the week off or something. But anyway, so I got stuck with the job, and I don't want to do it, but I did it anyways. And then like there was a storm and stuff, and then the letters were gone. So I need to get them back.
It's fine. You saved my life technically, so I think I'd have no problem helping you get your. I don't know if this is life-threatening or not, but I don't mind helping you out with these things.
Well, apparently, if it happened to his rude friend,
didn't you hear the guy with the cool hat? I'll get eaten.
We probably not in everybody's best interest, Quill.
And we must find his friend who is rude, and we must correct his grammar. That is the other part of this. Now let's get going.
Darren, you been boozing, bud?
No. And Dern walks, and there's like a pattern on the ground.
That's okay.
That's not straight.
That's okay. He's not going to be driving.
Foxglove,
I
go ahead.
no.
So, Foxglove, in your hand is a long iron fire poker that ends at the top in an ornate snowflake shape. And in the pouch tied to the side of your waist are 3 shining gold ornaments.
I pull out the ornaments and throw them at each of you, and then I pull out 2 tiny ones, and I throw one at the owl, and I throw one at Lou. And as soon as they hit you, they crack open and
you
poof,
are enveloped in
sparkles.
glitter.
I have murdered men for less,
We'll start with Albrin.
and significantly more.
Albrin, as the green glitter emerges from this ornament, it begins at your feet, and it feels like a soft breeze as it starts swirling around and around and around until all you can see is glitter. You worry for your eyesight momentarily and realize that this glitter is literally everywhere.
I feel like I need to poop all of a sudden.
And when it dissipates, you are wearing the most joyous of overalls with wonderful little buttons made of wood, and they only go about 3/4 of the way down your legs, and the rest of your legs are covered in striped stockings and little curled boots. And when you feel on top of your head, instead of your wonderful purple hat, it has been replaced by a jolly red cap, similar to your friends.
This is my college hell. I remember all of this. What have you done to me?
Dern's looking at himself and going, well, how does my armor work?
And then you look at Oris, and Oris has perched himself on to your shoulder, which seems to have, the shoulder of it seems to be formed into something like a tree. And I want you to roll, you don't need to roll for this. You have a partridge in a tree on your shoulder.
Is it a pear tree?
It is a pear tree.
Jeez.
Welcome to the holiday episode. We've only
I
just
see how it
begun.
is.
We're shoving holidays out your face.
Oris, you're gonna pay for this later, bud.
Oris has never been more comfortable in his whole entire life.
Oris actually has all of his feathers at the current moment.
For now.
Quill, your
Oris.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like Oris is a partridge that is still very, very degraded in its visual appearance.
Partridges historically or like typically have like beautiful plumage on their tail, and he's just got like one scraggly feather left.
Yeah.
Quill, your transformation is equally excellent. You have all the scales on your armor have turned into candy cane stripes, going all the way up, except they are all glowing very brightly. This will not impact your ability to sneak should you follow the rest of the rules, which I will get to in a minute. You have you're looking, you're like, okay. And then you look at Lou. And Lou has been turned into a stocking with Lou's head. You know how you get the stockings where the heads are like, there's like heads of things
it's a
on there?
character head.
So it's like it's a character stocking that's like attached onto you. And he's gonna be your helpful buddy.
I look to Foxglove very sternly, the way a cat would when you put a costume on it that it does not want. And I look at him, I get very close to his face. I go, I know you saved my life and I'm going to accept this, but I need to know very quickly right now, and I'm not going to lie, if a lot of stuff may depend on it, are you going to make me go back to normal eventually?
Oh no, don't worry. This is just, it's just a glamour. It'll wear off after a while. Unless you're allergic to glamours, then there can be big problems. You're not allergic to
Cool.
glamours, are you?
Quill kind of pulls back and loses the British accent I just had for some reason for a second. And goes, well, as long as it's temporary, then it's fine, I suppose.
Dern sneezes.
It's
Dern,
so
Dern
you
has
no longer
cauliflower shellfish ears.
Dern, you no longer create. Oh, actually, I'm retracting. Lou isn't a stocking. He is a Jack in the Box. And Dern,
Yes.
Dern, you usually feel oily, right? So it makes you feel slightly uncomfortable to realize that it's all just like glitter slime now. Just like everywhere. You're so full of glitter. You're so full of glitter. And everything is tinsel. You're just covered in tinsel and glitter.
Dern looks at the tinsel and tries to eat it.
After the activation of these glamours, a hologram appears in front of you that seems to be automatically recorded and is automatically playing for you all. And it says, Can't. Give me one moment. Bear with me. Hello, and thank you so much for volunteering to be cheer ambassadors. We are sure that you are going to enjoy everything about your time here on the holiday season. Here at Cheer Ambassadors Inc., we pride ourselves on providing the utmost of cheer and warmth, and we guarantee that your experience will only be elevated should you choose to participate in our cheer endeavors. Thank you so much for choosing Cheer Ambassadors for your holiday season. Whoop. Oh, don't forget, your powers will not be as effective unless you buy into the cheer of the season. Remember, any showing of cheer and holiday knowledge will allow you to use your powers as normal. Failure to do so will result in holiday consequences. Have a nice day.
I have to
Quill
min-max
is super
Christmas.
down for this. Quill's super down. He has no idea what's going on. He's super down. Me, if this was me, I'd have taken my bow and blown my brains out by now. But Quill's all here for it.
That would be the elven resources that recruited for Foxglove.
Look, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna have some
so-
resting Grinch face.
All right.
Dern, as soon as the
you are all now
message,
you are all now contractually obligated helpers.
I see.
Dern pulls a flask from his belt and goes, "All right."
I was given free reign to make a Christmas episode, and I thought, how much cheer am I going to put into it? Cheer into it.
Love it.
All right.
I got you covered.
You have transformed. What's the next step, Fox?
Okay, so now we gotta get off this plane. It's I got the
We can't have any of these
patented,
motherfucking snakes.
wrong kind of plane.
I'm sorry, we're leaving the plane?
The realm.
Yes. No.
Yes. This place of existence.
I look to Dern and I go,
We are going to exist elsewhere.
look to Dern and I go, well, it's probably best if you don't say your name to anybody this time.
Sorry about what?
That's right.
Well, my name. Yes, Dern Rupa.
Yeah, you're Dern Roop. Yeah, you shouldn't tell anybody that you're Dern Roop or where we're going. It wouldn't be great.
Yeah. So
Good.
I
My voice tonight.
I break off an evergreen branch and stick it in his hair, or what
Or, yeah.
would be
You
hair.
stick it in between my horns.
There. Yeah. Now you're Fern. There you
Fern.
go.
It's a good name.
So
Sexy name.
I have a way out of this place, and it's the patented portal poker. It's
9,000?
a fire poker, but I don't think it's 9,000. I only have the one of them.
Oh. No, the never mind. Cool. Let's do this. Interdimensional travel?
Okay. So I start shaking it vigorously, and then as it starts fizzing and everything. Point
And
it.
as he does the somatic components required, he draws out the shape of a fireplace in front of you on top of the stone in the heart of the womb. And in front of you is built an beautiful fireplace. Quill, you would so happily sleep in front of this fireplace any day. The mantle is rich mahogany, and there's large stones on either side, and the fire inside is blazing and warm. And Fox turns to you and says, "This way," and hops into the fire.
That's a danger. I don't think we should go into the fire.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, bud. Shrub.
Dern tumbles into the fireplace.
I look at Lou, who's sitting on a platform, kind of half popped out of the box, just because his head is out and he's enjoying things. And I kind of go, well, I suppose there's not really much of a choice now, is there? Because like, if we don't do it, we're stuck like this, and I really don't want to be stuck like this. So onwards! I just like...
I send Oris through the fire before any of us actually go, just to be on brand.
Okay. And as you do all make it in, you are surrounded by snow. It's a whirling vortex of snow and softly blinking lights. And sleigh bells ring. Tell me, friends,
Are
are
we
you
listening?
Are you listening? You're
Right.
catching on quick. All around you,
You want perception
all
checks?
around you, the snow is glistening. Beautiful night, your cheer glowing bright. And in a swirl of golden snowflakes, you find yourself walking in a winter wonderland.
Can we
Walking
just say,
in a winter
winter
wonderland.
as we came through the fireplace, Dern definitely just face plants into the snow, which he's not too worried about, to be honest. He is a silver dragonborn, so
Mm-hmm.
he dusts himself off and goes, "Oh, snow again. All right."
And Quill's got a ring of warmth. It's like a mug of hot cocoa every day.
Aw.
All day, day.
I also just realized that I never told Dern yet, or I don't even know about the belt. I haven't really done anything strength-wise, so that's gonna be exciting.
It is going to be exciting.
Probably just
Um,
ripped the door off your house accidentally the first time. You're like, must have been broken.
As you are standing in what looks to be a wintry pathway, you are surrounded on either side by beautiful large evergreen trees. As far as the eye can see, it is just a forest of Christmas trees on all sides. And there is a faint sound of bells through the air. And as you look forward, you can see that there starts to appear lights in the trees ever so slightly, facing forward in the direction you're facing.
Hey.
You're facing.
Guys, it's Christmas trees.
I've heard that word around the womb.
Trees? Yeah.
No, they're Christ mice.
Oh, bud. No.
Oh no, I think you're thinking of crispy mice.
Oh,
That's
crispy
a
mice.
tasty treat.
Oh, crispy mice might be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Crispy mice are quite good, actually.
Normally you roast chestnuts on an open fire, but, crispy mice on an open fire, given the included company, Horace likes those. They're not bad. But yeah, they're Christmas
I've never had
trees.
chestnut.
But okay, I've heard the word Christmas, and I know that there's a lot of people talking about it right now at the womb. What the heck is Christmas?
Quill, back me up here, man.
Well, I don't
Chris-
know what
Christmas.
is.
Fox? Christmas?
Yeah.
You're dressed as an elf, like a
Yeah.
mall Santa elf. You know what Christmas is, right?
Mall Santa?
Ah,
What's
fuck.
Why would you have
Alright.
a mall Santa? I know what a Santa is.
What
Like,
is a Santa?
like Santa
What-
Santa?
what-
Like ho ho ho, Sandy
Yeah,
Claus? Kidnap the Sandy Claus, put him in a box.
Seems rude to do to somebody as Dern just
Nope.
walks forward.
So, hold on.
Yes, holding.
What?
Dern puts his arm on a tree.
You don't know what, like, mall Santas are. So how do you know Santa?
I mean, who do you think I was delivering to?
Ah, fuck. I mean, aw, shucks. Fizzle sticks.
And the bells ring just a little bit louder at your correction.
Oris, you've been a very good boy this year. Let's go see Santa.
To Santa!
To Santa!
As Dern says, just walking.
So, Dern,
forward. Yes.
based on my now understanding, where in my world, Santa is a myth where we teach children about responsibility by bribing them with gifts based on their good behavior throughout the year. And we use it as a festive ritual to show our love and appreciation for the people in our lives and also get mad presents for each other.
Are you saying that this delightful drink that was concocted for me at the bar because it was a Christmas festivity called eggnog?
Yes. How many
And
of those have you
rum.
drank, sir? How many liters have you drank? All right, we're walking. We're dashing through the snow, if it were. I take the dash action.
I lost
Through the
count
snow.
after 9.
Foxglove, these woods are familiar to you. You have been brought back to the space where you were the last time you left the North Pole realm. It's the North Pole of the Fey realm. Deal with it, James.
I just want to say, off in the distance, there's a curly hill that has a baseball with arms and legs going, what's this? What's this?
That sounds like something for next year's episode.
Oh.
But because you remember, you were almost there. You saw the lights, you had the bag, you were almost there. And looking at, you don't wear a watch, so knowing things, you're like, you were ahead of schedule, and now you are woefully behind. But you know that up ahead of you, just over the hill, you should be able to find your destination.
Yeah, so it was like somewhere here. I was between here and there, and there and here, and there and there. And then there was a big snowstorm. And it all went white.
And you lost letters?
And my bag was gone. I lost the bag. And it had the letters.
Okay.
They're not like flowing around randomly. They're actually in like a specific bag.
Yes. They're in like a magic bag, because, I mean, there's so many letters. All of the letters. I mean, I hit, like, so many different realms. And, I mean, the poker has, like, time things, so, right, because not everything is on the same time, and the zones, and the wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
Quill is nodding his head at you, going,
Right, yes.
Albrin's actually nodding
understanding.
his head at you, understanding that reference.
Dern is just looking
So-
off into the distance, going wibbly wobbly.
So, can you describe this bag to me by chance, bud?
Yeah, it's like a bag. And it has a strap and some buckles.
Like a backpack, or like one of these messenger bags, or is it like a sack that Santa would wear?
I point to my wings. You think I'm wearing a backpack?
So a messenger bag, kind of like, and he gestures to his messenger, his haversack. All right, well,
Yeah, like that. Only not as big, because I mean you're bigger than me.
yeah, just a little. Well, if you
But
like,
yeah.
we can try and locate it.
We're here to find Foxglove's bag. Let's do it.
Cool. So you bring us reasonably close to the where you thought you lost it, and I've got a thing that can help. You just got to really believe. And I go over to the closest Christmas tree, and I pluck off a branch that like branches and then forks into a twig, and I just like give it a big old Christmas tree huff, say some words, and I cast Locate Object.
Locate object.
As soon as he gets us reasonably close to where he thinks he might have dropped it, because it does only have a duration of 10 minutes. So, hedge your bets a little bit.
Based on the wording of the spell,
Mm-hmm.
you do not get anything back.
Okay. All right. It's not within 1,000 feet of us, guys. Looking for foxgloves, messenger bag, as he described it. Let's backtrack. Can you point us in the direction that you were at? We can kind of.
I was.
Foxglove, you came from through a portal to this spot.
I was in another realm,
Mhm.
and then I portal poked and at the fireplace.
Yep.
And I'd go through the fireplace, and then I was here, and then there was a snowstorm.
And did the bag come through the portal with you?
I think so. Maybe.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, dear.
No, that's a caribou.
7. 7.
7.
You're pretty sure that you had the bag coming through the portal.
With things like that, it's good to hold on for dear life.
That's bad, James, even by
It
your
is.
standards. You had the bag when you came through.
But wait, there's Mir. Look, I pulled up a bunch of Christmas funds based on your
I'm here
optimization of Christmas, and I'm
I sure
here
am.
for it.
You're doing great so far. Leave some for the rest of y'all. But no, it's good. I'm not. You do it. You do you. You do
Well,
you.
if it's not here, where did you go after coming through the portal here? Is there a place around here? Did you make a delivery? What happened?
No, I was here, and then the snowstorm, and then I was missing the bag, and then I went to find help.
It's this direction.
And
Dern just points off to a random direction and just slowly starts to shuffle that way.
Durin, do you start walking into the forest?
Slowly.
You're going into the forest. So I'm just going to clarify. You have a
Yep.
path behind you. You have a
sorry.
path in front of you, and you have trees.
Not
on
into
either
the forest.
side.
Not
Where are you
into the
going?
forest. The other way.
Oh, the other way. Oh, the way towards lights, or the way away from lights?
Probably towards the lights
Towards
because
the lights.
towards the lights.
Okay.
Because they're lit,
They're lit.
and so are you. And start walking towards the lights.
Honestly. So as the group starts moving towards the lights, the bells that you're hearing become more melodic and are starting to play a nice little ditty. And the lights get brighter and more prevalent until you are walking through the most beautiful Christmas light display you have ever seen, Albrand, because everybody else is no.
Are those
And-
trees gonna catch fire?
You know,
Is the song that...
Hmm?
I was saying, is the song that's playing all the Jingle Ladies?
you
Sure, yeah. Sure.
it's actually Shake It Like a Pole Polaroid picture.
Ah.
Or
Get
maybe
off.
it's
Bastard.
Slay My Name, Slay My... No.
And
I-
as you no, go ahead.
Oh,
Uncle
no, I was
Dern, why
gonna-
do you smell like cough syrup? No, to answer your question, historically, yes, they will burst into flame in a fiery rage. But maybe the magic keeps them from doing so. That could be a thing. I inspect Christmas trees and see if they're held together by some kind of prestidigitation. And that's what I surmise that that's where the lights are coming from, and not bad wiring from the 50s.
Okay. Investigation.
I'd be careful. There's some creatures that will light up to try and attract prey.
27.
On a 27, you take one look in there and realize that there are very angry fairies sitting on every single one of these branches, glowing brightly with variously changing colors that are just perched there. And they both look like they are laughing and also like they have been drinking too much eggnog, but also, you know, they're fairies. They're a little angry.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. I turn and walk away.
All right. How do you walk away?
Glow bugs with their.
How do you walk away?
I smile and I click my jingly fucking boots because I'm assuming that there are bells attached to my toes at this point.
Yeah.
And
I
I
more meant that you're about to
slay.
be destroyed by a tree full of fairies for invading their space.
Oh, you know what? I reach into my bag and I pull out a small flask that is absolutely full of whiskey.
Okay.
And if they're hanging out and upset, Albryn has a little like possibles kit with him that has like little things like, oh, I need to sew on a button and stuff like that. And I pull out 2 thimbles and I like fill them up with whiskey and hand them over and be like, Merry ho ho.
They take them and they look a little happier and they turn to Foxglove. You hear, so to everyone else, you hear like the tinkling of bells. And to Foxglove, you hear, you should bring more of this the next time you have to make your errands.
It's basically Fireball.
And they down it. And the lights get really fast.
And see,
See,
Darren,
now you went and broke them.
see, that's how you
They're
start
going to
Christmas
be like
trees on
that for
fire.
like all day now.
You're gonna. You hear one.
No, trees fire bad. And Dern pulls out the Kalambasha.
Will, what were you saying?
I was saying you see like one of them, you know, didn't get of it, and the thing's being passed around, and he's like, little fairy's like, don't be so elfish.
I love it.
Love it.
And then one beside him passes it back to him and goes, treat your elf.
And having appeased the fairies, you continue on. And as you crest the top of the hill, you are met with a truly beautiful sight. In a somewhat round clearing of the trees, you see a magnificent single-level log cabin. It is it has snow covering its tin roof and a veranda around the outside. The stone chimney coming from above it is giving out plumes of smoke, and you could swear that you can smell the softly billowing scent of cookies on the air. Around the outside of the building, you can see there's a stump with some wood chopped and left to the side. There is a selection of axes leaning up near that. There is also, to the left of the building, the edge of what looks like it could be a carriage or sleigh of some kind. Most of the area is dimly lit by the fairy lights that happen to be all around this place. And on the near the side where the carriage is, there's also a slightly brighter red glow coming from around the side of the house. The interior of the lodge seems lit with warm light, and the door is closed. What would you like to do?
It's a cabin.
I pull out some bat guano. No.
I-
Is this
I-
really
I
the
just-
time for that?
I've had just about enough of that shit.
No, I won't
that was
fireball.
good.
I won't fireball.
Wait, you're gonna fireball Santa?
What do you think bat guano is the material component for, if not fireball?
I mean, by all means, I'll throw out my script.
Let's light this candle.
I can impulse roleplay this as long as you need.
Dern kind of just looks to everybody and goes, well, might have some pointers, shall we?
Yeah. Maybe they've got access to better divination magics than I do, Fox. I mean, if we're talking Santa, he knows a lot of things. Like who's been naughty and who's been nice and what color like socks you wear.
Dern grabs your shoulder for a second and just Is Santa a god?
You know, there's some debate in the mythological and zoological communities.
Zoological?
Some cultures treat Santa as a preternatural creature, whereas others see him as a fairy tale. Sorry, no offense, Fox. As a myth or a bedtime story.
But everybody is so like reverent of this Santa Claus.
It's because he's all powerful, and therefore, omniscient, and you could think of him as at the very little, at the very least, a demigod.
Batman.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't get your hopes up.
Well, I mean, like, here's the thing. Anything that has a powerful story behind it, and he gestures to his BlackBerry playbook. He's like, anything that has notoriety and legendary sorts of tales and status, generally, it's kind
Has
of how
a good PR team.
has a really good PR team. But belief is a powerful thing, man. And that's how the gods work. I don't know if that's how, like, Fae and stuff work, but, I mean, there are literally millions and billions of people that believe in Santa Claus. So
a god. I'm getting god vibes from this.
worst case scenario,
Well,
if you
I'll
treat
give
him like a god, it won't go
he's
wrong.
a something.
Dern
Yeah.
takes a shot from his flask that he has at his belt and goes, forward to meet Santa.
Quill, how do you feel about the knowledge you're learning about Santa?
Well, Quill's not a big fan of people. Oh gosh, hello.
people.
Can you?
People,
no,
what
sorry,
a bunch of
I
bastards.
lost you there
Quill,
for a second.
2022.
Quill's doesn't like the idea of this man coming into your house when you're sleeping.
Through your chimney, no less.
If someone came into my house while I was sleeping, as Quill was sleeping, there would be a very big cat fight, god or no. But beyond all of that, while they are talking, Quill has already moved up to this cabin, and his face is pressed against one of the window glass, kind of like here, peering in. What does he see?
So,
Snow flurries.
looking inside the in the house, you see a roaring fire that's oddly familiar. It looks exactly like the fireplace that your friend Fox created when he teleported you in. It except on the mantelpiece where the fireplace that Fox had created, the mantle was bare. In this one, there is a very tall, beautiful looking candle, very big, glowing with a nice warm flame. From your vantage point here, you can make out some chairs and a large desk. And just out of the corner, you think you can get the image of a stove, but being on the left-hand side of this building, you know there must be much more that you can't see through this one vent window. But from here, that is what you see.
Is
Oh, I
Do
forgot
see
one thing
any-
you need. You see a giant Christmas tree that is inside the house, decorated beautifully. There's strung up popcorn all over it, and it looks like there are little red berries everywhere. And underneath it is a simple looking wooden chest.
Ooh.
Okay. Do I see or sense a person nearby?
You cannot see any movement from inside the cabin from where you are, unless you roll me a perception check, and if you beat the DC I've got on this, I'll let you.
Yes.
No.
I'll do that. Thank you. Perception.
Yep. I will let you know at this point, before I read what your roll was, if you would like to give yourself advantage on a roll, you must do for me some level of Christmas cheer. And then you may have it. And if you bring Christmas cheer, I will give you advantage on your roll.
What constitutes Christmas cheer? Because like
My definition.
Yeah.
what's your definition of Christmas cheer?
Make me cheery.
Make you cheery?
Yeah. But in a Christmas fashion. My standards are
As
dirt
character?
low. Just do something.
Oh.
What?
I don't know.
Perfect. Take advantage. Start playing,
Cool.
everyone.
It's a 21.
Great. There's definitely someone standing at that stove. Over in the corner.
Do they look-
I reach between the wreath on the door and grab the knocker and knock.
Quill, from where you're looking, you see a large person in a red coat and big black soft socks turn around and walk towards the door, and you get a vision of like a little bit of a white beard and a very, very frilly yellow apron. As you also see the door open. And Foxglove, you are met with the face of Santa Claus.
It's Santa!
Yeah, forgive, he's a bit of a fanboy.
I was just getting, I'm not doing a voice for this. I was just getting them out of the oven. I've got to be quick. They'll burn. And he runs away.
Dern, that's Santa. Dern, it's Santa. Dern,
Yes?
Santa. Hey, it's the real Santa. Not mall
Oh,
Santa.
They didn't burn. It's a good Christmas. It's a good Christmas.
What is a mall?
It's a place where shopping center people happen, and then you get boozy men like yourself, and you put children on them. That tracks. Santa! I pushed my way into the house.
Okay. The inside
Follow.
layout of the house is similar to what Quill has seen. What you see as you enter in is the large Christmas tree, the fireplace. Santa is a large-sized person for the sake of token sizing, so that everybody's aware of the size we're talking about here. He is at a open kitchen, pulling out snickerdoodle cookies out of the oven, and there on the other side of the fireplace from the tree is a very large desk that is strewn with papers and quills, and across from the fireplace is a very comfortable looking couch that is overthrown with blankets. There is a door off to the right hand side of the kitchen that is closed, something else in the house, and Santa is now taking cookies and putting them onto a plate, which has honestly far too many cookies. And you hear him mutter, "I always have to bake when I'm stressed."
Will, get off the papers. She said the papers were covered with quills.
That would mean there's more than one of me, which is a problem more for you than it is.
Right? Dern, the first time that I ever saw this man, he was both fighting the devil and saving the earth from Martians.
Are they little
In
toy quails?
Spanish.
Dern looks to Auburn and goes, so wait a minute. What's a Martian?
An entire race of alien creatures with green skin and like laser beams.
Orcs?
No, much more dangerous. And they can fly, and yeah, it's a thing. Auburn
Orcs
is
with
a super
Sorry, I
cool
think-
with,
I
like,
think- Sorry,
ahead.
Santa. I think this one's brain is malfunctioning somehow.
Auburn is super cool with the concept of like, hey, you've been transported to a magical like land of Dungeons and or Dragons, and here's how Fireball works. That's fine. This is goddamn Santa.
Santa walks up to you, Auburn, and looks down at you and puts his large mitted, not like glove, he's got like an oven mitt still
Yeah.
on his hand,
Oh,
and
glove.
he puts it on your shoulder and says, "Good to see you, boy. Tell me,
Thank you
have
for the
you
BB
been
gun.
good this year?"
I've been efficient this year.
I see.
I saved his life, and I gesture to the drunk lizard.
Well, that would be good.
Hello.
Hello. Bird. It's nice to meet you again.
Actually, I'm Fern.
Darren's always good.
I'm Fern.
We
No, I'm
respect
Fern. I
whatever
am
name
Fern.
you choose for yourself, Fern. I'll update the list.
Thank you.
Santa, can you answer me a question, please?
Of course.
Is the Santa from my world and the Santa from this world the same Santa? And if so, do you have the same chronological memory between planes? And if so, can you cross those planes and have many Santas all in the same realm at the same time?
He kneels down in front of you and says, "Auburn, what do you believe?"
Well, I mean, my math says that all Santas exist at a quantum level, and there could be and the reason that you have to pretend to be sleeping is because if you witness the Santa, then the Santa isn't actually there because it behaves differently because quantum mechanics. But
As you
I
start
have a
breaking
cookie?
down, he walks away and hands you a cookie. As he
Okay.
walks away
Auburn,
and goes, "Foxglove,
there's only the one.
Foxglove, I'm just
That's
about done my
problematic.
baking. I'm just about done my baking. Tell me, where are my letters?"
Little bit of an issue there. I was just portaled into the road down the road there,
Uh-huh.
and all of a sudden there was blizzard,
Uh-huh.
and then the letters were gone.
We're here to help.
I tried my
No.
best, Santa. I used the best magics I could. I couldn't find them. I tried.
So I
We're here to
I
help.
recruited helpers.
So you had the letters. And now
I did. They were.
Foxglove,
And- I mean, I did deliver them to this realm.
Foxglove, you were making it very hard to be holly and jolly.
You know what might help? The hat guy has a flask full of cheer, Christmas spirits.
I've taken 4 steps away from Foxglove to not be anywhere in the radius of Santa's ire.
Dern has stumbled into that 4-meter radius.
Quill is
Quill, what are you doing?
a window.
Quill's at the windows.
It's okay,
Because
Foxglove.
all of this kind of happened quickly, where everyone kind of went in. So Quill will kind of like go around to the front of the house and like poke his head kind of over into the doorway.
And Santa looks over and says, "Quill, get in before the chill does."
Oh, it's okay. I've got a ring of warmth, so I don't really get cold.
Yeah, but we do, buddy.
Oh, that's true.
Close the
Yeah.
door, Quill.
And I'll go in and close the door.
What, were you born in a barn?
Well, I mean, Best I
Quill.
can remember, yeah.
Quill, your presence is requested in here.
And I having
asked
heard
for
none
this,
of
I'm
the
so
previous
happy.
conversation, I turn to the big man. I go, "Hello, my name's Quill, and this is Lou. He's my best friend." And I point to Lou's little head poking out of the box, and I go, "It's nice to meet you."
Oh, you do seem full of cheer. Well, that's refreshing.
Sure. Stuffed animals is best friend. And he pulls out his flask of cheer at Foxglove's request, and he says, "A missile toast to the holiday season," and I hand it to Foxglove.
And
Foxglove takes it and just
You Sam
Santa-
Regal that shit.
there's a large chair next to the couch, and Santa goes and sits himself down heavily in it. And he says, "You don't have the bag.
oh, the storm
You
took it.
understand? So I need you to understand what's at stake, Foxglove. Without those letters, no one in any realm will receive any Christmas presents. And I cannot leave without the presents." Was the explanation, were you told about how this whole arrangement works?
More or less. I mean, I was listening to most of it.
So just because I might have a hard time portraying this looks like a man who is very used to being alone and is very excited to have people to talk to, but is also concerned about this bag. So he goes up and he goes, "This is the Christmas candle." And he points at the candle on the mantelpiece. Says, "See, there's a little bit of misunderstanding about how the decision is actually made about good or bad. Who am I to decide good or bad? So what we do is every year we take the letters from all the boys and girls and you give them to the candle, and the candle will decide whether they deserve a present or a a lump of coal. And somewhere along the line, Earth got a little confused. They seem to think that I have dozens of elves here keeping me company and making toys, but I make cookies.
I mean, there's
Santa?
the sprites in the trees.
There were no sprites inside the circle of this house. They're all on the outskirts of the...
Santa, are you saying that your divine omniscience is actually just divine cleansing fire? And that you have some kind of a coal mine available to you to deliver that much coal on a single day to billions of people? Who mines the coal in your coal mine?
The candle provides all the
So
Christmas
the candle-
joy we could wish.
So you burn their letters and that turns into carbon. Oh my. Cool. I like it.
Once the sleigh is full, I may take my leave, but for one night a year, I may fly to the skies again and deliver that wonderful Christmas joy before I return here and await the delivery of letters from my elves. And he pats you on the head, Foxglove, and we may start again. But without...
Hey, I'm not one of your elves. I'm only under temporary contract.
Dern leans into Albrin and
You're a
goes,
scab.
when I'm confused, I just try to listen.
That makes sense. I'm steadily becoming less confused. Santa, I have one more pertinent question before we correct this small man's mistake. See, we came to that realm called Naylor, and time got a little wibbly wobbly. By your recollection, how many days until Christmas?
And he goes to the side of his desk where there is an hourglass that is slowly trickling down. And he looks at the sand at the top of the hourglass and the sand at the bottom of the hourglass and goes, "I would say you have roughly 8 hours to return with that bag
He
before
immediately-
Christmas is ruined for everyone, forever."
He immediately pulls out his BlackBerry playbook, and for the first time in years, he sets the date and time. Because he's like, cool, that's a good enough approximation of, like, the actual date for me.
Oh my god. Holy crap, that's like actually something
It's a
a
thing.
little extra.
Yeah. He's like, they're not going to believe me in the tower when I tell them what the approximate time frame for the Earth calendar is. The equations will matter now. He mutters to himself, looking at his book. All right, Santa.
So say it to me again. Explain to me what happened to you on the road.
All right. So, came through the portal, right? Everything was normal.
No.
I had the poker. I went through the fire. It was whoosh.
Ho, 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 ho.
And then no, I didn't ho ho ho. And
You
then I
did?
step out.
How did you do your cheer?
I didn't cheer. It was more of a ha.
I'm sorry. You came through a portal and you didn't give Christmas cheer.
Well, he's not
Well,
like people on an
kind of-
airplane.
I kind of
Santa.
gave out like a ha.
Hurrah! What do you think we are? Pirate land? This is Christmas! You thought that was acceptable cheer? You come to the North Pole. You come to the North Pole, and you seem to think that you can just go rah and think that's going to bring people joy. Is that what children want on the morning of their Christmas? They wanted you. You come up to them and you go rah.
Foxglove, how Rudolph of you.
Wait, have you met Rudolph?
Oh, I fuck with Rudolph.
Oh.
This is yeah.
Oh, my friend Rude? Yeah, he did this job like 100 years ago.
I have to correct his rudeness.
Hey,
Rudolph.
if you upset Rudolph, you'll be sorry.
Rudolph has paid his penance, and he will be here for eternity to do so. Please bear in mind that I. Wait. Are you saying you might stay with me?
No. Temporary contract.
I'm so lonely.
Now, is it hard to write temporary Christmas contracts? Because the Christmas alphabet has no L.
Take your inspiration.
Thank you.
Holy crap! Oh man. Okay. So.
no mistletoeing around that one. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, everyone has a
A point of inspiration.
a point of inspiration. At this
I like
point, everyone, the whole kit and caboodle. Okay.
Getting
so-
caribou.
Santa sits down and thinks about what you've told him. You didn't give a shout of Christmas cheer when you arrived. You
No,
weren't.
I gave her like a hurrah sort of.
You had a
Santa-
subpar performance, my friend.
Awesome.
I like it.
Santa looks at you and goes, Foxglove, the fact that you were attacked by him tells me that you did not give appropriate cheer. There's no other way he could have gotten this close.
I was told to just when I come through, I should make a cheer, and so I hurrahed, and
Who attacked him?
I also
Only
have
the-
similar questions.
Only the naughtiest of people I have ever had the misfortune of dealing with.
Boots?
Many people
Boots. Durna
When
gets
they-
sad immediately.
most people, when they end up on the naughty list and they get their first piece of coal, they use it as an indication that they should better themselves, that they should look for ways in which to receive a gift in the coming year. This
or
individual,
burn it for heat.
this individual took it as a point of pride. He collected them over decades, hoarding them. Rumor has it that he wears them on his chest as an indicator of like trophies for just how evil he's become. He gouged out his eyes and replaced them with the coal I gave him on 2 separate occasions, and here he goes. Frosty.
Huh.
So you're telling
know-
me that this is the rebel without a clause?
I love this. I love everything about this.
You have
I'm so
inspiration, by
happy.
the way, Mac.
Yeah, you have
Why no?
inspiration.
I'm listening the whole
He's
time when I run
listening.
away. I got my wireless on.
Yeah.
All right.
He tells you that no one could have taken it other than Frosty. No one else is that black of a heart.
Santa.
If Frosty is a man,
the
then we shall
Frosty?
destroy him.
Are we talking
the man of snow?
Frosty
Yes.
with
Is
2
he
eyes
made
made
of
out of
snow?
coal?
Yeah.
And a corncob pipe and a button nose?
I see you've heard the tale.
So he's flammable, is what you're saying.
I would be careful with.
Well, I mean,
What?
coal ignites, but, ice snow melts.
Yeah. Well, is he like acting alone, or is he chilling with his snowmies?
Well, Frosty Shnomies would be small children that put a magical hat on him, if he's anything like where I'm from. So I wouldn't want to be anywhere close to small children that are building snowmen. That sounds like a terrible time.
I think again you're getting some things confused.
I do not know what he does day by day. I'm only permitted to leave my lodge once a year on Christmas Eve as long as I have all my letters.
Hey, Santa, if we use one of our wishes to free you, can you be free of this, like, eternal servitude?
He's not a genie,
There is only... That would grant my greatest wish. And he goes over to his table and
Mhm.
he picks up a sealed envelope. It's about this big, and it's made of like an off yellow parchment, and on the back you see a red wax seal stamped on it. And he looks down at it sadly and says, "It would be my greatest wish, but it is the very nature of Christmas that we give to others, and therefore I could never grant my own wish." And he puts it back down on the table. Says, "But for now we must think of the children. Go find Frosty. He's usually on the other side of the candy cane lane."
I like it. Can the most important ask of all, can we take some cookies for the road?
"But of course, I have gingerbread, I have sugar cookies, I have snickerdoodles, I have these strange new things that I heard about called Nanaimo bars."
Now, so, Dern, I've already grabbed
Yes?
the Nanaimo bars and shoved them in his face. I'm like, these are this is from the land of my people. He's got too much in his mouth. Now, I need to know, halfway through eating a Nanaimo bar, do you have oatmeal raisin cookies?
I thought you wanted to be on the nice list.
You know why I'm on the nice list, Santa? Because I eat all the oatmeal raisin cookies so no one else has to. And I put on my sunglasses and walk.
This is the land of Christmas. We don't make that here.
Dern is still trying to choke down the Nanaimo bars as he follows Albrin out.
Santa shows you a similar bag to what he has, just like a stack of sacks. And you notice this is now stack of sacks. Oh god. Anyway, so we've got the room described,
I
and
think I
there's
saw
a
that on
tree.
Reddit once.
You've now realized that I'm not even responding to you. You've now noticed that the far side of the building is actually two great big doors that could open out, and that would open out to the side that the sleigh is on. So Santa goes over near the door to the stack of sacks and picks up one and says the letters were in something not dissimilar from this.
I can work with
And-
that.
Shows it to you and allows you to inspect it. You can now use your spell to try and find it.
Because I have a
um,
better understanding of what it's...
Exactly. And when you get close enough to it, you will be able to find it.
Is that what it actually looked like? I'm sure it looked like different sack.
Whichever.
I-
I'm...
Well, tell me, where did you even have the letters?
Yes, I had them
What
in my
bag? Did it look like this? What did
No.
it look like?
It was my messenger bag.
You. What did you do with my bag?
I think it was in my bag.
So, important point of clarity. Did you keep the bag that you were given to put the letters in and just store it in your bag, or did you put the bag beside the letters that you decided to gather?
I think the bags were in the bag.
Sorry, say it.
Well,
with
that
more
was a nice
clarity.
campaign. See you later.
More words. More
Oof.
words. Explain to me what happened to the letters. The letters have mechanics. I need to know what the letters are.
Put the letters in the bag, and I put the bag in the bag.
Okay, so you put the letters in the red bag, then you put the red bag in the messenger bag. Right next to
Yeah.
your book.
Yes.
Okay, all right, you're fine.
Yes.
But you put the bag inside a bag of holding?
He doesn't have a bag
Ish,
of holding,
yeah.
does he?
Think so?
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Oh, he does. I see. I
Okay,
like it.
we're good. All right, I got it. I understand what's happening. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Santa, is there
Yeah, 'cause
anything
I
you
got
can
one
tell
of,
us?
one of those bags for each realm,
Mhm.
and then it went into the bag in the bag,
Okay.
the letters in the bag, in the bag, in the bag.
Okay, and Santa looks really relieved. He goes, I almost lost my jollies there for a second.
No, I think they should still be right there.
Oh, you have 7.5 hours now. I'm gonna need
Hmm.
my bag.
Santa, I just want to point out that you are slaying it, bud. Is there anything that you can tell us about Frosty? Like, is he incredibly dangerous? Should we is he omniscient? Does he have weird magical powers? Or is he just a big scary snowman?
He is
I'm operating
stronger-
with compromised intel here.
He is stronger than he appears. But you will not surprise him.
Okay.
His entire world is his entire awareness is the snow. And as you may have noticed, we have a bit of that here.
All right.
That is all I can tell you, other than this. And he points up above the door where there is this wonderful map it looks strange. It's like a map of Earth, and then a shiny line, and a map of Naylor, and a shiny line, and it goes all the way around. It's kind of like that, like trim wallpaper, only it's just
yeah.
maps of different realms. And he walks around until he finds the one for this one, and shows you where you need to go.
I co-opt a candy cane from his nearby ingredient table
Mhm.
because sometimes you need to break them apart into, fudge. And I start like sucking it to a point,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, that snowman's gonna pay, and I brandish it like a knife.
Says, "Fair, safe travels, friends, and when you return, don't forget your Christmas letters." And he ushers you up.
But as Quill is leaving, I turn to him and I go, "Is there anything you can give us to help and make things easier?"
Well, you just gotta rely on your Christmas spirit, bud. You had the power inside all
A
along.
giant flaming weapon or something, but
No. You're the one who has the Christmas spirits. I think Dern's already drank them all.
Oh.
Um,
Did you know that the ghost of Christmas
Quill, I
presents
think,
is my favorite
is too
ghost?
young for that.
yeah, is there anything to help?
I can offer you one thing to help. And he goes to a cabinet, kind of a curio cabinet, and opens it up, and it is full of many, many objects. But he pulls out a very small silver bell. And he looks at this and looks at you and looks back at this and says, "There is only one of its kind, and when you use it, it will be done. But if you use this, you will come right back here immediately. Use it well. Sometimes you need to, get away from the fire plane, but I guess I'm giving it to you.
Quill will take it.
Will you be careful with that? Santa will put you on the naughty list if he has just claws.
I do my
regret
nails
nothing.
I do my nails every day. Thank you very much, Holly.
Your nails look lovely. That look suits you.
So does this mean that when you're using your BlackBerry there, are you on the Winternet?
Technically. You know, is there a signal here? That makes me wonder.
Do you check if there's a signal?
I turn it on and the BlackBerry playbook is like, downloading 80 gigs worth of updates.
It
Shit.
starts overheating.
Dunk it in some snow. Take it. It's good for that.
You turn off the signal because the downloads are literally going to fry it.
I like it.
Yes. I take the bell and I put it away, and I kind of like stare up at this giant man, and I kind of like give him a, oh, anyways, nice meeting you, bye, and just kind of leave.
Oh, one more thing. Take Rudolph with you. He'll help you guide your way.
Like real Rudolph or like his buddy Rude? He just pushes us out. All right, I'm going.
There is a shining red light coming from the left of the building.
I see.
That is Rude's full name.
Oh, you know, full disclosure, I love the name Rudolph, and had we had boys instead of girls. And had I slipped it by my wife, that was never going to be a thing. Let's go find us a reindeer. Caribou away!
No, he's caribou.
Round the side of the hill. Oh, go ahead.
It's the same thing. They taste the same.
Everything I've learned about Earth is that there is too many words for the same damn thing.
You know, it's just
Why?
English. It's just English. Truly.
Cobalt's a simpler language, and Dern stalks off into the snow.
Cobalt the language?
It's draconic, but yeah.
I was
Draconic,
gonna
yeah.
say.
It's like lowbrow draconic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's draconic, but simpler.
Yes. Cobalt.
That snowstorm is acted up.
Yeah.
and you go around the side of the building, and there, standing beside a beautifully lacquered sleigh, is a reindeer with a bright nose.
Now, does he
Hey,
look
Rude,
like...
I think you got like a pimple there or something.
What are you doing here?
How rude. Oh,
You know, delivering letters
That
and
is
now retrieving undelivered letters.
Dern comes up and just pushes Foxglove out of the way. I heard we have to correct your language. You are apparently being intrusive.
Are you making fun of me? Is he making fun of me? Did you literally just meet me? I put up with those guys every day, making fun of my... The first thing you say to me is about my... I suppose you're over here gonna ask me a favor coming in talking about my note, huh?
wow.
Actually, I don't know
Legitimate-
who you are, but if you are rude, or Rudolph, or I'm confused.
Will,
Quill,
this
what's
guy
your
sounds
question?
like a real rebel without a claws.
I already said that one.
Did he? Oh,
He did.
I apologize. Then I agree with you.
Is this a legitimate reindeer?
Yeah,
And I can hear it without having cast speak with animals?
speaking common.
Quill just kind of pushes past.
With a Sylvan accent.
That sounds
Quill
French.
just kind of pushes past everything going on and is like, So like, hi, my name's Quill. This is Lou.
Hello.
Well, like,
My name is Rudolph. You're so kind.
yeah. So like, I'm wondering if you could like completely forget any other stuff that's going on and like help us like get to where we're supposed to go. Which I don't know where that is, but it's supposed to be where the letters are. So the big man with the beard said that we have to get the letters, and if we don't get the
Wait.
letters, then he dies or something.
Wait, you need me? You need me to go find the letters, and I could bring the letters back. Do you think that would be enough?
Rudolph.
We have to go find Frosty, the man of snow.
You
Rudolph?
see him visibly lose color in his nose, and it goes like a dark red for a second. This is the equivalent of draining color in Rudolph's face.
Look,
So
man,
what I'm going to say is, with you being rude, is it's unfair to other. What are we talking about?
Rudolph.
You are gonna have another drink.
Oh, all right.
Here's the
Dern
thing, buddy.
goes off to the side.
I'm an elf-taught wizard of high elf esteem. And where I'm from, you are the greatest hero that Christmas has ever seen. You single-handedly, in my world, saved Christmas and helped Santa with your unique luminescence. So we need to get the elf out of here. Go find Frosty the Snowman, melt him into a puddle, get some letters back, and make all of the children around all of the multiverse happy. Otherwise, we're gonna have some problems. Treat yo elf. Let's go.
Quill, roll persuasion at advantage.
Roll persuasion at advantage. Okay.
Meanwhile, all you hear over off to the side is
19.
Rudolph has joined your party. Rudolph is eager to help you and is very, very excited about the fact that they are going to save Christmas. And as you're walking along, he's like right next to you, Foxglove, going, do you think that if you tell this story, maybe they'll forgive my sentence? I really need out of here, man.
Is he a war criminal or something? Like, damn.
So Rudolph was a Fey messenger who was supposed to bring the letters one year, and he failed. And so his punishment was to become a reindeer here, and his nose is his badge of shame.
Unlike all the other reindeer that don't have a badge of shame.
And they make fun of him every day.
Do they call him names?
Yeah, it's Highland.
they don't even
They-
let him join in the reindeer games.
Right?
He will stand on no podiums this year.
No. It's a real shame.
So he takes you through the wood. You notice as he gets to the top of the circle, coming out of this center, his nose glows very, very bright, and the wall or the air in front of the circle seems to shimmer a bit, and he walks through.
As we walk through the forest, I lean over into Foxglove and I say, the kids are on pines and needles waiting for Santa's gifts to arrive under the tree.
I'm never doing this again. It's the greatest, but also
See you say that. I
Dern,
regret it. Birch, please.
Dern leans down, trying to be subtle, not subtle, right beside you and goes, is it weird that they make fun of him for a malformity that he has that he cannot control?
Oh, it's entirely a problem, and that's not okay, and we're gonna fix that. But it just goes to show that if you summarize his predicament, it's that people will treat you horribly until they need something from you. So you can deal with it one of two ways. You can either make yourself useful and get on with your life, or, and he like gestures slowly with fireball, like deal with the problem. Like
There are
two
so
ways.
many weird things about this holiday from Earth. I'm
It's-
very confused.
It also looks like it's not just Earth. Like there was, like I've seen Faerunian maps that people had with them, and that was on the wall.
Yeah.
And like there was the room.
Don't stare too long at that map. I mean, multi-realm maps like that, unless your brain is equipped to handle it, you'll go a little crazy.
Does he go to everyone?
Melissa,
Yeah.
seeing what I saw
Yeah.
and recognizing some of those maps,
Yeah.
would I have had the opportunity to go click to ponder later?
Unfortunately, your BlackBerry was in the process of overheating at the time, and you were
That's fair.
unable to use your machine to take photos of maps of which you should not have access.
Okay, that's fine. I like it.
You are continuing down the road, and let's get a marching order.
Dern is stumbling behind whoever is in front.
Okay.
Before we walk to our doom, gents, and like I gestured to Rudolph. Gentlemen?
Yes.
Okay. Gentlemen. I wasn't going to assume. I wasn't going to
Foxglove,
assume, Rudolph.
You have kind friends, except that one that's clearly in his cups. He should probably sit down.
He's
Oh,
kind.
he's in everyone's cups today.
He's just kind of lit right now.
Also, if you touch me with that tinsel, I will skewer you with my horns.
Yeah,
Oh, the tinsel is fine. It's the
Oh.
glitter you have to worry about.
it's a problem.
And yeah, Dern shakes his hand, and all of a sudden there's just glitter.
So, I'm just putting it out there. Foxglove, what are your capabilities, friend? Of like a magical nature? Can you heal wounds? What do you do? I've never met you before.
I shoot magic at people.
From a
and
flying
my
distance.
Yes, and my favorite thing is grabbing people with magic and then dropping them.
That is tactically sound. I fudging love you. Okay.
You don't not swear. And Dern walks.
You don't not swear. If Frosty's using some spells, I'll turn them off. And
You'll
If
turn
some-
the spells off, or you'll turn Frosty off.
I can do both.
If you keep it up with the puns, you'll turn them right off.
Is that Rudolph?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're feeling hurt in any way, get back away from the hurt, and I'll send Oris to you to heal you. Oris can do some healing.
What about my feelings?
I can't fix your feelings. I'm not that kind of wizard.
Feelings never get healed.
Um,
Dern grabs the bottle from his waist.
How
Under-
many of those do you have? Write them on your character sheet. I need to know.
All right,
he's
I
already
will.
had several gallons of eggnog for our American friends. If I say grab the rope, grab the rope.
Is that a euphemism?
No, I mean a literal rope, and I hold up like a little silken strand of rope. I will pull you into a pocket dimension so you don't die. If I say grab the
because
rope,
one of
just grab the rope.
one of them said like pull my finger, and it wasn't what I thought it was.
That is entirely fair. Cool.
Quill, what did you do with the bell?
With the bell?
Yeah, with the silver bell that Santa gave you.
Silver bell.
In like a little pocket?
You have it in a pocket, so it's not visible.
Correct.
All right, thank you. Okay, so marching order.
I mean, I guess I'll be in front with the deer because I can talk to it.
Perfect.
I'll be
I'll be in-
behind.
I will be behind Dur.
That puts
I'm
Fox at the top.
primarily going to take a role of being a bit of a healer. And I'm going to reach out, and I'm going to poke Dern in the spine, and I'm going to cast Gift of Alacrity. Dern, you have an extra D8 to all of your initiative rolls for the next 8 hours.
I don't know what's in this eggnog, but I feel like running.
Got your second win!
Let's go.
And
All right.
Stomp, 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 stomp.
as you follow your reindeer companion, we are going to go to break.
That seems like an excellent idea. 10 minutes, give or take.
Give or
Yes, but-
take 10 minutes.
During those 10 minutes, you know what you should do as an audience?
It always helps to like and
subscribe.
Helps us out, and it lets us know that you want more of these kinds of things. So,
Yeah.
Give,
All right.
give or take 10 minutes.
See you all soon.
show how much I've drank from my rum bottle.
Hello, everybody.
and
Hi!
welcome back. The merriest of the Festivus to all of us.
Mac's still
And
pooping. It's fine.
welcome back to the Legends of Logomancy Holiday Edition.
I found my hat.
We
Yeah,
have
you did.
hats, we have lights, we have drinks, all the great makings of the Christmas.
Your shots.
Oh shit! Are we doing?
Unfortunately, I don't have one of those. I
Uh,
could maybe find a fez.
I mean, I don't have a hat either. I was
Christmas
busy.
fez is fine.
Let's get elfed up.
When last
Woo!
we left our cheer ambassadors, they were making their way through the magical world of the North Pole.
Do I need to wear 37 pieces of flair?
I would like to have it noted somewhere that I prepared the write-ups for many things I'm saying this evening, but everything about the cheer ambassadors I am making up off the top of my head because it's what I do for a living.
That is totally. Yeah.
Yep.
Because I either get to be like this or you're being terminated. And I'm
Or-
going to need you to fill out this paperwork. please.
We need to talk. Could you please come
That'll
to the
come
office
later.
with me and your supervisor? We're going to sit down and we're going to talk and discuss
Oh.
about certain actions that you've taken in the past month or so. And-
Oh, honey, you've been with way too kind of managers. All you do is say, hey, Riley, could you come in my office for a minute? You come into my office and I already have your manager sitting there. And I say, so we're here to discuss the findings of December 19th, 2022. I'm going to need you to sign the bottom of this paperwork. You are eligible for legal representation should you wish it. However, you are gone today. Here's a box of your stuff. We will take you outside now.
Have a wonderful
And
day. I
then-
will sign this paper. Goodbye.
Yes.
Don't sign the paper.
You
Go
never
take-
sign the paper.
Sorry. Now I'm going to side rail us. If you are ever in one of those meetings and they tell you to sign the paper,
Don't sign the paper.
Well, take the legal representation that you've been offered, go and talk to a lawyer, and then sign the paperwork.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. There's no
you
paperwork
guys,
involved.
you guys talk to too many people. I even go so far to avoid people as using the elf checkout lane.
And see, this is what I'm talking about, friends. The cheer is here, and welcome back to the stream.
Liquid cheer. Treat
we
your
are-
elf.
Cheers.
Today's a cheat day.
Today's several beers worth of cheat day.
Today's a day.
It is a day of the week.
All right.
You know what? Let's go save Christmas.
Let's save Christmas, motherfuckers.
So you have been told that Frosty the Snowman has taken Santa's letters. You're
Cold-hearted bitch.
right? You're traipsing through the snow with not even a sleigh. All you got is a reindeer. But he's
I'm
lighting your way.
I'm specifically not walking behind the reindeer.
There are a few droppings. There's a way to mark your path. It's fine.
They're not gumdrops and they're not chocolate almonds.
Careful, dude.
And as you walk through, you've been going for a little while. I'm going to need everyone to roll me perception checks. But you have your inspiration. Use it as you will.
I'm gonna guide myself on this.
Dern got amazingly a 5.
Okay.
That would be a 19.
Boxes. Double
All right.
17s.
Auburn and Foxglove. You are walking through a vaguely unmarked path. It could arguably be called a path, but it's much more narrow and meandering than the primary path you had taken to go to Santa's Lodge. And
So maybe it's a reindeer trail.
maybe. The
You
And
slay
from-
me.
oh god. From the south. Oh, who'd we lose? Dern's gone.
Riley for a second.
Dern's gone.
I'll get him back.
you hear rustling in the trees to your left.
Hmm. I reach into the side of my coat for a moment, and I take Oris and I chuck him into the trees.
Russell, Russell, what are you doing in those trees to the left?
And from the trees, you hear a and running out from the tree line are two small white furred creatures, one of which is holding Oris as tightly as he can around his little shoulders. And
Not anymore.
now it's gone. And up looks the face of a young Yeti. Two young Yetis looking up at you, looking at their hands, like, oh.
I use minor illusion, and I roll a bright red. It looks like the dodgeball of your high school nightmares. But I send it rolling, moving it down the hill, or like
Like
through
the
the
path
snow.
in front of you.
Yeah, just like get them to be amused and cheerful.
Okay. They
It
start running.
sparkles and glows, and it looks like it's full of LEDs, and it's friggin' fudging great.
All right. The baby Yetis are running off ahead of you. They are now about 15 feet ahead of your group. Yes, Quill.
As this is happening, knowing being a ranger, I kind of look to Auburn and I go, not to like kill the mood or anything, but usually when there's little yetis, there's big yetis around.
Why do you think I want them away from us, buddy?
So it's not just that, it's more so like there might be big yetis around.
That oh, I understand entirely, friend.
So maybe take your ball off the path and
Who's stepping loudly?
You keep the baby yetis as far away from you as possible. And you don't get in between big yetis and little yetis. Treat it like a bear. And you turn around in the direction of the booming.
There. And as you go to look to your side, you hear a crash in front of you and booming coming from the side, as standing in the path before you is a adult Yeti leaning down over the children, batting away at the illusion.
It
And-
dissipates immediately.
And looks down at the children and kind of like cups around them, and then looks up at you and makes eye contact and is surveying all of you. What do you do?
3 steps backward. 3 steps backward. And you put a tree in between us and the yetis, and a tree between us and the yetis, and a tree between us and the yetis.
Burns,
I'm
you're
gonna use
like,
my
and I put a reindeer between me and the Yeti.
that's a big one. We
Jared,
just
I'm
have
gonna
come
use
on, buddy.
Oh, we're
I'm
following
gonna
you.
use my
Okay.
one free
All right.
Go.
casting of Speak with Animals.
Yeah.
Can I speak with
Are-
a Yeti to a Yeti with Speak with Animals?
I'm going to give it to
Are
you because
Yetis
you're in
animals?
Christmas land, but not usually. You're in the Feywild. I'm giving you the yes.
Okay.
Santa's a
Okay, so-
fee.
Of course he
I-
is.
Yeah, he is.
I
He was
cast-
not going to be anything else.
I cast Speak with Animals, and I go, no, it's okay. We're like, they lost, like, we gave them a toy to play with, and we were not doing anything. They kind of ran in our pathway. We want nothing to do with them in any bad way. You're very cool looking, you're very large. You're much larger than I am, and it's very neat, but I don't want any trouble.
It's past their bedtime. Why are you riling them up? I just got them down.
Why is this Bear Marge Simpson in the 90s?
Because she can be.
Because I got 3 voices. And this is one
I grumble.
What are they saying, Quill?
And so I, to the bear, or to the thing, but
of
like,
the Yeti.
no, it was like it wasn't them. They grabbed a friend of ours and they were playing with a friend of ours, and then like we didn't want to make them sad by taking our friend back, so we made them another thing. So like it wasn't us. They riled themselves up. I swear.
hungry.
Well,
You
we
have a
should probably
snack?
go like.
Krill, do they want a drink? I have drink.
Do not feed baby yetis
What's wrong with your friend?
alcohol.
He seems bad in the head.
I will take out 2 tiny pieces of rations
Mhm.
and I will pack them into a little bit of a snowball and roll it really hard towards them.
The baby yetis like leap forward a few steps and like go to grab it, and the mama yeti is just like, no, but also brings the snowball back.
Quill, are we feeding them? Is that the intention here, buddy?
Yes.
Are we giving? Are we strangers giving them candy?
No. I will.
Look, Ma, fish.
I'm gonna take 2 big things of rations, and I'm gonna like toss them over to the side that the mom is on. So I hand the mom the snack, so to speak, with mage hand. She can choose what she feeds her children. That is not my place. Thank you,
have
ma'am. And I climb a tree.
Albrin, I have 2 bottles of rum. Do we want to give them one of them?
Not that kind of parenting anymore, buddy. It's not the 80s.
Oh,
Climb a tree.
what's the 80s?
It was a long time ago in a land far, far away where you could give rum to children on Christmas. That's not the case anymore.
Very kind of you. You must be on the nice list. It's Christmas Eve. You should be getting home soon.
We have to save Christmas for Santa Claus from
You
a needle
can't
man named
understand
Frosty.
what
You
she's
can't talk
saying.
to it.
That
You
is
can't talk to
correct.
this.
I apologize.
Quill, hearing this, will go, well, see, like, unfortunately, we got to go, like, kill this man made of snow with, like, coal eyes or something. Some really cold guy, like a frosty dude or something.
I wouldn't
where
mess
it's like,
with Frosty. Last time I messed with him, my Uncle Bob died.
well,
DM.
unfortunately, I don't really have a choice because, like, if we don't, then, like, that, like, big jolly man with the big beard is gonna, like, die. So we got to, like, do it really
You're
quick.
gonna kill
So if we can, like,
Santa?
No, he's gonna die if we don't get the letters and fix
Oh,
your
you
frosty.
gotta go. It's like 500 feet that way. If you're real quiet, I bet he won't even see you coming.
I
Yetis,
turn back to the
folks.
party and relay this information as quietly as possible to the party
So red.
in common again.
All I can hear is just like Chewbacca going,
Thanks for the snacks. Merry Christmas.
Was this supposed to be a fight, by the way?
It
could have been.
But you solved it with the power of love.
grab the playbook and I'm like,
Well-
learn to speak Yeti.
My neighbors must hate me. I'm just like yelling.
They're fine. It's
They're fine.
Christmas.
It's okay. It's all right. Okay. So you've now been told that you're 500 feet from the clearing where Frosty keeps his hoard.
Well, Quill, you got any more of that special magic you used on us last time, bud?
Yeah, I suppose I could do that.
The one
And-
that made me die less?
Wait. So, like, hold on. Are you talking like the one where you're all sneaky, or the one where like you're a little more healthy?
One where I'm a little more healthy because I have a wizard's hit points. Albrin specifically uses the terms "I have a wizard's hit points."
Dern
Okay.
turns to Albrin. What's a hit points?
It's an abstract concept that tells you specifically how many hits you can take before you fall down, buddy.
Durin suddenly becomes aware of the green bar floating above his head that's been there for his entire time. He makes Never
And the-
look directly at the hit point bar.
And the little blue bar tells you how hard it is to be hit. Yours is really big. Mine is only slightly less big.
Durin is having an existential crisis.
You know,
Quail's
it's
is
Not
like-
really
massive.
there. Dern's just fudged.
Yeah.
I pissed off an owl. I unleashed a fucker. And I'm drunk. And there's a man named Santa Claus.
So I have a question
If I cast aid and Dern gains hit points past his maximum, does that sober him up?
No.
No.
Dern can make a constitution save to see whether or not he's going to be able to swing the Kalambasha.
I could.
That would be good for you to roll before we get into the next 5 minutes of this.
Technically, drunkenness in 5e is the poisoned condition if you wanted to do it mechanically.
I got 25.
He got a 25,
He's holding his liquor.
which means that you don't take disadvantage
So-
on your attack rolls. Congratulations.
I would say with the 25, he is drunken master.
Sure is. He's super fast.
He's
super good.
he's attained the level of like proficiency that only a true like experienced drunk can exhibit. I need to drink. I'm a better like programmer and driver this way.
Please
I will
don't
You're
drink
not.
and drive.
You're not.
Legends
But-
of Logomancy does not condone
Does
drinking
not
and driving.
condone
Please
drinking
do
and
not.
don't ever drink and program either. That's just a bad idea.
Do you want Skynet? That's how you get Skynet.
All right, so you've walked another 200 feet. How you approaching this?
Quill, are you going to use that thingy?
I'm going to cast aid, and I'm going to target everyone but Dern. Not because I'm mad or anything at Dern, but because Dern is strong and we are not.
Everyone needs it but Dern.
It's
Rudolph?
fine, Quill. I understand. Pat's Quill like a little harder than normal.
It's like that thing when you like take a cat and you like go its forehead. And you're like,
And Rudolph, as you are getting ready for this, he says, I said I would lead you here, but this fight is not mine. I must be here to guide Santa's sleigh. I will be here waiting for you. And steps off to the side.
That is entirely fair.
Do I see a snowman?
For Ryan's sake, your hit points are increased by 5, including your maximum.
If you set your current hit points to 5 higher than your hit point maximum, it'll do the math and stuff for you for your token. Friends, I have a Christmas gift for you. And I need to ask, do you want to be able to hit things better? Or do you want Oris to light things on fire with his face?
I mean,
Dern
Face
thinks-
fire.
be able to hit things better.
Dern looks and goes, "You can set your owl on fire."
No, he can set things on fire with his face beak.
Oh. I've always wanted to see an owl light something on fire.
You've seen him light things on fire. He did it in front of you. Oh, wait, no. No, you weren't there. But you
No.
were there. And you were there. And you weren't there.
No. Wait, wasn't
No, he weren't there. I want to see an owl light something on fire.
Okay. I will do that then. I
Just
will-
as
I
long
will-
as he doesn't yell at me.
He's not going to yell at you, buddy. It's
Good.
okay.
Only
It's all right.
owlins yell at you.
It's okay. Look, Hoots is a good man, but Hoots has some. Hoots is a good man, and when we get close to a clearing of some kind, or a little ways in, the moment that we see the outline of a snowman, I'm going to dump Dragon's Breath into Oris.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone wants to be ready before we move into what you see in this space?
I think
I'm gonna start moving up.
Okay. How many feet up?
Dern's
There are 60-foot trees all around you.
I'm going to roll a stealth.
All right.
50.
Okay.
as soon as combat is about to initiate, Dern is going to cast Bless.
That's
Okay.
what I was gonna do, but you told me to breathe fire on things.
And
I've got
I
the
will-
Bless.
There we go.
I will ready my action as well.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's do this. Requires preparation. You walk into a clearing.
Mhm.
And in that clearing, you see snowmen. Many snowmen. Let's put you over onto the right. Oh, all right. I can't do this without my actual glasses because I have to be able to read things.
Point of order while Melissa's loading that up. Dern, who are you casting Bless on? There's 3 people.
I will be casting it on myself I'm casting it at a second level,
Oh,
so
okay.
all 4 of us.
Alrighty. I like it.
Please drag yourself onto the map.
Are we at the top of the map or at the bottom of the map?
You are down here, please. Can you see my circle?
Click it again.
Down here?
Yep.
You are
I will
coming
jump.
you are
I
coming
will-
out of the trees here.
Jump us over to the map view and then adjust Firefox as needed.
All right, I will start up the music. This one. I don't think that was the music I wanted. I don't care. This is what I'm playing.
Oh man, this is a magical fight.
So, as you are in the... This isn't the song I wanted. Where's the song I wanted? Not this one. This one? No? Is this one?
That's the song we started
sounds-
with.
Cool. All right. I guess it's going to be this one. This is great fire music. Great. Welcome to the adventure. There is a field in front of you, and there are 1, 2, 3 majestic snowmen, huge snowmen in this clearing, and
Invisible
they're
snowmen?
just all snowmen, and they're right there. You can obviously see them, but they're just normal snowmen. What do you do? There's no sign of a bed.
I don't see any snowmen on the battlefield.
No,
on
you
my
don't. You just know where my
snow.
circles are.
Okay.
Theater of the mind.
Durin goes,
Frosty, man of snow, show yourself.
And nothing
I'm
happened.
stealth, by the way.
Yes, you are.
I throw Oris up into the sky, and I'm going to drag his token onto the.
No man. No man. No man.
Durin goes, we have to attack the snowmen, and he charges forward.
Which snowman?
The one that he's probably closest to, which would be like this one here.
Okay. You charge. Do it.
20, 25, 30. That's about as far as he can go in a 30-foot movement.
Great. Oh, wait. We have to roll initiative. Guys,
No.
don't let me do this. Okay, please roll your initiative.
Oh, plus 8 as well, right?
Plus a D8.
Plus a D8. So I got 16.
All right. Albrun is rolling. Give me half a sec. I'm just moving some maps around in OBS quick. And your Christmas music was not on a loop, by the way.
Oh, I'll fix it in a second.
Okay. And Oris. There we go. Oris has rolled. Albrun has rolled.
Okay. Then
I'm
we've got critters for you guys to be friends with. We got music playing on a loop. Excellent. Okay. Haha. So, Dern, you run up to where you are. Your turn ends. I sort this by descending.
I will cast Bless on everybody.
Excellent.
Yes.
Albrun, you come next.
You know, I think we're gonna be. So I see a bunch of snowmen here, and here, and here,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not moving.
Nope. They all look like normal snowmen, but they're all very large. They have the large size.
Dern, I'm gonna need you to
Yes?
do something for me, buddy.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to duck, goose, and I dump a fireball into 3 snowmen.
Okay.
I'm gonna reset roll 20 quick.
Okay.
And dump a fireball into them. Snowman glasses cast blindness. Bear with me a sec here. Albrun, give me Albrun's character sheet. I said show me potato salad.
Show me Jello
Fire.
salad. 'Cause that's what we eat at Christmas.
Sorry, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Fireball! Those completely harmless, inanimate snowmen need to make a dexterity save of 16, not 15, as the chat describes, or take 35 points of fire damage.
All right. So, as your attack hits, give me one moment. They take half on a save. On a save,
On a save, yeah.
which is going to work out to 18. No, 17.
17.
Cool. As the attack hits, you see this snowman crumple into dust. This snowman crumple into dust, and this one gives a mighty roar as Frosty comes into play.
I love it.
His roar shakes the snow you stand on.
Did it look like Frosty took? Oh, that's different. The snowmen are south of where I thought they were.
No, so for context, there were two fake snowmen.
Yep.
Frosty, and then Frosty's roar summoned some snow golems.
Understood.
And now there are snow golems on the field.
For mechanical context, Horus is not Hoots stepping through the snow. He is flying in the air.
Yeah.
Because he's Horus.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I can't actually make his token a little bigger. If you can, Melissa.
Let me
I
get
can't-
closer.
I can't assign him a height unless his token's a little bit bigger. If you want to just make him a medium-sized creature, I can take care of the rest.
I am trying to select him and struggling to do so.
Oh.
Give me one moment. I will. Am I on the wrong layer? I'm on the wrong layer. Makes it hard to select a token when you're on the wrong layer. There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Right.
You have deduced which of these are Frosty.
Oh, can
It's
you
the deductive power of fire?
right-click Horus and not make him an image, please?
What?
If you
Advanced.
right-click on Horus Advanced, it'll say is image or set as image
Is drawing?
or is drawing. Sorry, if you could unclick that, please.
Okay,
Thank
how
you.
about now? Okay.
Thank you.
Cool.
That is great. That's great.
All right, guys. Despite the happiness of this sound, this is very much like death becomes you all.
Like
and
you do. So that was my action.
That was your action.
And seeing a bunch of things, I'm like, Horus, light 'em up, boys. And that's the end of my turn. I'm gonna stay hiding behind this tree over here.
Okay. Foxglove, your go.
I believe it's. Did Horus not get a 20?
Oh, did you not? Okay, sorry. Does Oris
Oh.
not go on your turn?
Nope. He has his own initiative.
All right, give me a second. I will get back to Oris.
He is
Horus.
the 20.
Go.
He's gonna fly down on this snowman-looking thing underneath him,
Okay.
and with a mighty bellow of fire, I need that snowman to make me a DC 16 Dexterity saving throw, please.
It got a -1.
That would be 5 points of fire damage to it.
It is very effective.
It's like the man
Okay.
clearing his driveway with a flamethrower.
It really is.
So, a -1 on a dexterity save. Would that be like you accidentally jumping into the fire?
Yep, basically.
So
This is
Oris will
so
dive
itchy.
bomb and like scorch like a dragon and then fly back up in the air.
Okay.
Yep, that's
That
his
is
turn.
excellent. Foxglove, it's your turn.
Fire seems effective, friends.
I think I'm going to hit Frosty the Man of Snow with an Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast, you say.
Actually, agonizing, sorry.
An egg. Okay, so use the second one, not the first one.
Yeah.
Got it. A 20 will hit Frosty. Force damage.
And that
Okay.
And it will also pull him up 10 feet.
All right. Then roll a d6 for fall damage.
So to pull him up 10 feet, do you have to be above him?
I'm 50 feet up.
Okay. Yeah.
He already set that precedent. Okay.
Yeah, so technically he'd go at an angle,
Yeah,
but
it's okay. He lands over here. Dern. Oh, sorry, Fox. Was that everything?
and nice. Return those letters, you naughty list reprobate.
You think I'd listen just because you said stop?
Now listen to my hammer!
No, I think you'd listen because we're about to melt your bottom.
And there's snow time like the present.
Dern, take your turn.
Dude just looks up at the snowman. All right, let's do this. And just charges forward and calambashes. 14 to hit.
14 will miss.
Don't forget
Okay,
to
and
add
second attack?
less to yourself.
I
friend.
did. A D4. 23 though on the second one.
A 23 will hit.
Durham will spend a second level smite.
Okay. Do it.
So that is 3d8.
I'm not
that
sure why your
is-
rolls are whispering, Dern. We should turn that off in your character sheet.
I do not know why that is happening.
I saw his rolls.
They're definitely coming in as whispered right now. Like you're seeing the Kalambasha, but he's rolling the smite and it's coming in whispered.
Oh, weird.
Like, give me a second, Dern. I'll fix that on you. Where are you? There you are.
Oh,
Also,
that's-
your
yeah,
bless
that's
isn't
why I found it.
calculating in your thingy.
I
It might not be checked.
updated it. I updated that.
Give me 1 minute. I'm in your
20.
character sheet. Don't touch it. It says never whisper rolls.
I'll
So
fix
you're
it
not
later.
doing it through Dern. We'll fix it later. It's fine. He's rolling
I got
everything.
it.
Everything's fine.
I got it. 22 damage in
Alright.
total.
22 damage, and the bludgeoning is magical?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. All right. And
Fuck you,
Quill,
snowman. Your
it's
fight's
your
with me.
Cool.
Your fire arrows have purpose, friend.
Not quite yet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Cool. I'm going to Zephyr Strike. So
Okay.
I can a lot. Double my movement speed. 5, 10, 15, 20. To here.
okay.
I'm going to throw. What?
I said okay.
I'm going to pull out a bottle of oil
Yeah.
and make a ranged attack on that creature.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna pull out the bottle. I'm gonna kind of press the cork into it to make sure it doesn't spill out as I throw it. And I'm going to throw the bottle of oil onto him.
Okay.
What do I roll for that?
That'll be that's
Usually
an
it's
athletics, isn't it?
proficiency and dexterity normally.
Dexterity. Okay. Sure. Do it.
Cool.
That's a. I don't usually use that kind of stuff, so I'm not as familiar.
It's basically the
Yes.
same as your alchemist fire sort of thing. It's a ranged attack roll.
22 is absolutely hitting. He's covered in oil. Well, not covered. He has some oil on him.
So here's my next question. Because throwing this counts as an improvised weapon attack, does my Zephyr Strike still trigger the extra 1d8 damage? Because it says I can make a ranged weapon attack roll on my turn, and I'm doing a ranged attack with an improvised weapon from throwing the oil.
If it doesn't do damage, normally it would wait until your next attack that does damage.
Well, it's only on the next thing that I give myself advantage on, but I guess I didn't give myself advantage because I hit it with the 15.
No, you didn't. You hit
Yeah.
it with the 22.
Fine. I throw oil on it.
right.
And then
Good oil.
I oogie boogie back down behind my tree.
All right. You do that.
Friend, you could throw oil, Zephyr Strike, shoot it with a bow.
No, it's an action.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
It's not like the acid, unfortunately. It's like the
yeah.
fire bottle.
Yeah.
I'm distracted. I'm not distracted. You're distracted. Hey guys, Merry Christmas. Okay. After Quill comes snow golems.
Oil on it?
Oh.
What?
Well, it has the oil on it. It takes
Oil?
5 damage if it's on fire.
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
Wonderful. That's
I
good to
hear
know.
you loud and clear, friend, on what we're going to be doing next turn. I got you, fam.
So it's this snow golem down at the bottom left's turn.
The one covered in oil?
No, Frosty's got oil on him, right?
Yeah.
Or did you? Yeah, Frosty's got oil. Okay, this little guy. Why, this little guy is going to.
Try and attack turn.
No, because that's Frosty.
No, I'm talking about like this one down here, right?
No, this one over here.
Oh, okay.
But sure, why not? Let's attack Dern. All right, Dern.
Dern is technically the closest for all of them.
Dern, does 19 hit you?
19 does not.
All right, 2 snowballs goes whiffing past your face.
Ha! Better at dodging than you throwing.
The next
Golem?
one comes out. And 2 more snowballs whiff past your face. The third one. Fast. Doesn't like that Dern keeps doing that and is going to try to 5, 10. Yeah, gonna try and hit. Who's in this?
These are just regular ass snowballs. This shit ain't gonna hurt.
What are snowballs? Okay,
They're not-
Dern.
Depends if there's rocks in them or not.
So,
Dern, does a 22 hit you?
The 22 does.
silvery
You take 12.
barbs. That's not fair. It's not
So-
nice to throw snowballs with rocks in them.
So,
Santa's gonna put you on his naughty list.
Dern, here's what happened, okay? You
Okay.
walked into a field full of snowmen.
Yes.
One of the snowmen started roaring. Then suddenly the snow itself started hurtling balls at you, but none of them hit you, and you feel disenchanted with the power of this world after 6 snowballs come at you and all of them miss you.
You know what? Actually, I like the idea of them just hitting, but just doing nothing. Just like
Yeah.
piff, 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 piff. It's just like
Interesting tidbit about these, Melissa. The best thing to come out of Rise of the Frost Maiden, or Rime of the Frost Maiden, was these snow golems.
Yeah.
But their ability to throw snowballs, being what they are, was
Yeah.
incredibly disenchanting.
It really is. It really is. You're gonna have to forget everything you know about snow golems, friend.
Whatever.
Frosty!
It's fun.
It's Frosty's turn! All right. The first thing I want everyone to do on this battlefield, every single one of you, needs to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
As he gives a mighty guttural roar.
Reminder, you have Bless.
yes. That being said, I got a 10. Could I sing for a little bit of
You do have inspiration already.
advantage? Oh, I do have inspiration.
You do.
23.
With the bless 18.
Can I take my
Natural 20.
inspiration?
Yep, you can.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
27.
Okay. That's a good thing. That's a good thing for all of you to have rolled. Good. All of you hear this roar, and it shakes you to your very core. And for the briefest second, you forget what it is to feel Christmas cheer, and the coloring of your outfits fades to your natural color before you shake it off and all of it comes back.
Oh my god, I almost forgot something I didn't know I had.
Shut up. And so, Frosty is mighty unhappy by this outcome, and Dern, he leans down to bite you.
Rude! Rude!
Point of order while you're doing that. The
Yeah.
next advantage from Silvery Barbs goes to Dern.
Okay.
Dern has advantage on his next attack.
Dern, does a
Before I
25
forget.
hit you?
A 25 will hit me.
Okay, you're going to take 19 points of piercing and 16
Oh,
points of acid
wait,
damage.
actually, I'm gonna Silvery Barbs.
Okay, does a 22 hit you?
A 22 will hit me. Yeah,
Okay, you're going to
fine.
take 19 points of piercing damage and 16 points of acid damage.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair. That's
You
fair.
are
I
now
deserve that.
You are now being eaten by a snowman and
God
are
damn
grappled
it.
in the air upside down, your feet dangling from its maw.
Dern, who do you give advantage to? And also, it's like the abominable snowman from Ski Free.
Albrin. I'll give it to Albrin.
Okay. I don't need it, but I believe in you, bud.
Get me out before my turn!
All right, so you're being eaten. Albrin, it's your turn.
Oh, buddy.
And this is him. He's literally halfway out of the snowman.
Can I see, like, his butt?
It's his legs.
Okay.
Just little curly toed shoes dangling and ringing in the air.
All right. You know what to do. And I'll, I wisp it around and whip my
No.
hands around.
Just leave him in there. He's gonna inhale some of the tinsel off of him, and he's gonna start choking.
You don't I told you, Snow. There's snow time like the present. And I whip my hands around, and Hal rises up into the air.
Who's
And
Hal?
oh,
It's
the
his
little
orb.
the little
right,
red
the
orb.
orb, right,
that
the
is
orb.
my,
Sorry, it's been a
animated
minute.
spellbook.
I'm like, what's going on?
Hello,
And
Albrin. What
you
would you like
see-
to cast today?
You see Dern's butt disappear,
Okay.
and he's promptly dumped beside this tree just over here.
Okay.
As I cast a vortex warp.
Excellent.
He can choose to fail the Constitution saving throw if he wishes to remain inside the snowman's maw.
You
Dern, do you want to stay in the snowman?
No, but he turns to Albrin and goes, "You know I'm just going to charge back in there, right?"
That's fine. Don't get eaten next time.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw my back up against this tree beside Foxglove.
Okay.
And how tall are these trees?
These
around
trees are only about 10 feet tall.
Okay.
And
And
they
these-
do not have leaves on them, so you can tell the difference between the deciduous and coniferous trees based on the imagery shown. So you are hiding behind a tree stump with no foliage, whereas behind and around Frosty, there are trees with more
I
hiding
don't know.
power.
This one looks like it's.
You guys are
coniferous.
on top of it. Can I
Yeah.
move you out of the way
I'm
for a second?
gonna
Yeah, you guys are in a 10-foot tree.
Yeah.
Foxglove's
gonna-
floating
I'm
30 feet
gonna
above that
step
tree.
over to here,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use my starlight step to
Okay.
go and hide behind some rocks
Okay.
way up top,
Okay.
and gain a little bit of maybe a tactical advantage of some kind.
Okay.
And that's Albrin's turn,
Okay.
and then on Oris's turn, I'm just gonna drag this down a little bit. Do. There we go. Kind of center you guys in OBS. Oris is gonna be like, and swoop down. Frosty's huge,
He
so
is
Oris
huge.
is gonna increase his height by a sizable amount, and breathe Dragon's Breath into Frosty.
Ooh.
DC
Why-
16 saving dex save.
Did your owl just expire?
Nope.
I see an X. Okay,
Frosty failed that.
That would be 12 points of fire damage that he
All
breathes
right.
into Frosty's maniacal-looking top hat.
Excellent.
Plus,
I just realized I need to roll a Constitution check for damage I took.
Yes.
I got a 20. I think I'm okay.
You
Your
are
bless
okay.
is up.
Don't
And-
forget about the +5 of fire damage.
Oh, yes. So an extra, is it 5 or is it a die roll?
it's let me double check here.
Is it just the oil?
it is-
Glass of oil?
It is an extra 5, just straight 5.
Cool. He takes an extra 5 points of
Also-
fire damage.
Got it.
The oil can also be lit on fire,
So he
so it now burns for 2 rounds for an additional 5 fire damage each time.
All right.
His little stick arms are ablaze.
So I'm going to take the 10 off now that equate for the next 2 turns worth of damage.
Okay. And then
So that we
Oris
don't have
is
to keep
gonna
remembering that.
arc up into the sky
Okay.
and like
And
try and keep his distance because he knows he knows what's up. Everybody knows
Yeah.
that Oris knows what's up.
yeah, and just an additional note, every fire damage for the minute that this oil is drying is an additional 5.
Yep. He's pretty upset with you. All right. Foxglove. Ooh.
so I
Now tell me.
think with my brain and just and crown of madness. So a jagged iron crown starts forming on his head, and he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
As you watch, Frosty's previously bare head starts being surrounded by claws that circle around the outskirts of his head before coming together in a clawed brim, making a top hat above his head. And it works.
Take effect.
It took effect.
Okay, so charm target must use his action before moving on each of his turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that I mentally choose.
All right.
So I'm going to have him try and attack the closest snow golem.
Okay. Okay. Dern.
Forward we go.
Kill
And
it
he will
with
go
fire,
after.
Dern.
Sorry, what?
Kill it with fire, Dern.
I don't have fire.
That's not what Oris says.
No, it's true. It's not what Oris says, but Dern goes, smashing it works. 13.
Will miss. Will miss.
And Biff, and Dern goes, it really shouldn't be this hard to hit a snowman.
I imagine Dern's like in a big snowsuit and like everything is a little harder when you're in snow pants and a big poofy jacket.
Okay, you know those like when kids get like starred
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
sense like yeah,
like in A Christmas Story. Yeah.
yeah.
Mom, I can't put down my arms. Eh.
No. It's once they're all done up, and then they gotta
Yeah.
pee.
Speaking. Okay. All right. Plan your next move. I'll be back in like 20 seconds.
All right, here's the gist, Dern. You corner it, and then you start telling it reindeer puns. And we'll do things like, snow, thank you, sir, and then you swing your hammer at it.
And then I'll say, we'll leave you in the tracks.
As it snow happens, fireball.
Yeah, Dern, get the fuck out of there. We need to fireball.
And snow on and snow forth, and, you know.
I'm a melee character. Fuck you.
Hold on.
All right, you
As-
might get hit by some thorns next turn.
You know what? Dern can stay where he is. He has access to 5th level absorb elements, and I'm counting on that on my turn.
Yep.
He's got to use it at least once this campaign.
I have used it.
It didn't work.
Fuck off.
Merry ho ho.
Merry
So,
ho
okay.
ho.
It's my turn, right? I'm going to Hail of Thorns, shoot a fire arrow at it. That, the Hail of Thorns damage will happen, the Zephyr Strike damage will happen, the regular arrow damage will happen. I'll mark it as my favorite foe. That damage will happen. It's going to be a good turn.
So,
And at some point here, Auburn is going to have to say, now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
what?
Yes.
So Quill, what do you do on your turn?
It's Die
Cool.
Hard.
I know it's
No.
Die Hard.
Weren't here, but I'll say it anyways. I'm going to use my bonus action. Oh, I can't, 'cause that'll
Oh,
get rid
hi,
of
Bass.
bonus, wouldn't it? I can't have 2 concentrations at once, can I?
No, you
You
cannot.
cannot.
Well, if you grow
also-
a second brain, I think you can.
I don't believe your oil will do any more damage than what it has already done. Reading the item.
Every time it's hit with fire, it deals an extra 5.
It does not
Once
say
per
that
turn.
in the item.
What? Yes,
Uh,
it does.
It can only take damage once per turn,
Yes.
but that's attached to the pouring the oil of acid or flask of oil on the ground to cover an area. If lit, the oil
it-
burns
it-
for 2 rounds.
No. It says make a ranged attack against a target creature or object, treating the oil as an improvised weapon. On a hit, the target is covered in oil. If the target takes any fire damage before the oil dries, which is within 1 minute, it takes an
Yep.
additional 5 fire damage.
From the burning oil, period. And it has done that already.
No. It says on a hit, if the target takes any fire damage before it dries, it takes an additional 5 from the burning oil.
Yeah, because you
Right, so
ignite
can I
the
not-
oil and take that 5 damage.
That's silly.
It is a mundane item.
Fine, it wasn't as cool as I thought it would.
Merry Christmas! I'm not a rules lawyer.
Yeah. Yes, you
I
are.
am. Oris is.
Absolutely.
Sorry, puts
did
you in the-
James
on
just
the
say
naughty
that
list,
he's
right?
not a rules lawyer?
No, I'm a rules
Yes.
judge.
Lying will put you on the
Yes.
naughty list, James.
All right. I will leave my Zephyr Strike active then because I would like to. Nah, fuck it. I
You said a
will.
bad
I will
word.
use my. I will use my Hail of Thorns,
Okay.
and I will shoot a fire arrow
Okay.
at this boy
Okay.
for a 24.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that'll
that's
hit.
9 piercing of fire.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do, because of my explodey arrow,
Yep.
I'm going to be doing an additional. Well, sorry. You and Dern need to make a dex saving throw.
That's fine.
10.
Explodier. Don't forget bless, sir.
Yep. I'm not going to. 12.
That is lower than my spell save DC.
Okay.
For both of you. So I can do an additional 1d10 to everybody.
Okay. Okay.
For 3. Then I'm going to mark it as my favorite foe for another 1d4
Okay.
for 3.
Not bad.
And then I've used a bonus action. I can still move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to. Character sheet keeps closing for some reason. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 up into these trees.
Okay. Great.
Behind rocks and difficult terrain and all that shit.
All
Like
right.
you do.
Snow golems' turns. Snow golems are going to disappear into the snow and then pop up right next to Dern. And Dern
Yeah.
is a 22 hit.
Yes.
Okay, you'll take 3 bludgeoning and 5 cold.
Doesn't Dern have advantage from the silvery barbs from before?
Only to hit or on a saving throw.
I forgot about that, so we'll have to do that next turn.
Okay. The other attacks are going to miss you.
Okay.
This next snow golem disappears, reappears next to you down here.
Okay.
And does a 24 hit you?
Does.
Okay. You'll take 8 points of bludgeoning and 17 points of cold.
What?
It was a natural 20.
At least
Oh,
the
if it
cold
was a
is
natural 20, then I will silvery barbs that.
Okay.
Reminder of your guardian emblem, sir.
Yes, that too.
Okay.
But I'm going
Then-
to silvery barbs that because that is a full reroll.
Okay. I'm just going to use the second roll that it did for that. And you'll get that won't hit you. Neither will the next one or the next one. Good
Okay.
use. Good use. Who's getting the advantage on your silvery barbs?
I will, because I didn't use my advantage last time because I forgot it, I will give it to Quill.
Cool. Thank you. Were they throwing snowballs at him just now? Sorry.
No,
Nope.
they're attacking me.
They are getting right up in his grill, and they are doing slam attacks.
Reminder,
One.
you still have my silvery barbs on you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And does a 20 hit you?
20 matches, so yes.
7 bludgeoning and 10 cold.
But
Alright.
you're a
No one's gonna
silver
die today,
dragonborn.
she said.
I am a silver dragonborn, so what was this cold damage?
10.
So I will add 5 back to my health.
That was all the snow golem's turns, and now Frosty has this great hat on his head and is going to attack the snow golem to your left.
Melee attack.
Attack the snow golem?
Yeah, because of the Crown of Madness.
Crown of Madness.
Oh.
Oh, what do you know? We're all surprised when it kills it. Albrin, it's your turn.
I got you covered, Dern.
Thank
I've bolstered you with my magic. You're
Thank
gonna
you.
need it, buddy.
Yes, I am. I'm hurting.
And
The rum
Uh,
doesn't stop the pain.
I look at Frosty and I said, "It was ice to meet you, but you've been up to snow good." And at the end of the day, we fight for Santa. Klaus, I said so. And I'm gonna dump a upcast fireball into him. Dex save 16 for everybody, including Dern.
Oh, God.
That's the 2 snow golems, Dern and Frosty.
15.
Keep in mind that you can add a
D4.
You can add a D4 from the bless on that,
19.
which a 19 makes it. You save.
I will
Um,
still absorb on that one.
Unfortunately, you don't have
So-
your
Oh,
reaction anymore.
I don't have my reaction.
But that's 34 points of fire damage.
In half. In half.
Yeah.
For Dern. Boom.
Frosty still stands. However, the other snow golems dissipate into a powder on the ground.
I don't know if
Dern is
Crown of
not
Madness
looking
is affected
good.
by that.
Sorry, say again?
I don't know if Crown of Madness is affected by that or not, because he took a bunch of damage.
Yeah, I have to go back up and read it. Could you throw it
It's
back?
it's not.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
How long does Crown of Madness last?
Up to a minute.
But you're going to have
But-
to change where it's going to do because there's no creature.
Yeah, all I can do is basically tell him to melee attack a target
Right.
within reach before he moves.
Got
So
it.
the only thing I can tell him to do is to hit Dern.
Horace, it's your turn.
Horus is gonna
You're
fly
what?
down right beside Dern, and he's gonna hover like 10 feet off the ground beside Dern.
Yep.
Look at Dern directly in the eyes, and it's like, fools. And it looks up Frosty and goes, and dragon's breaths Frosty the snowman. He can make a dexterity saving throw of 16 against the owl.
I like
please.
this owl. It breathes fire.
He made it.
So it's 10 fire damage cut in half since he made it.
He's still up.
And he's gonna stay there.
Okay.
Beside Dern, shoulder to shoulder.
All right.
Being an applicable target for a gosh darn snowman. Because Oris is the hero we deserve. And that's his turn.
Foxglove, it's your turn.
I'm contemplating whether I should keep the crown of madness up.
Yes.
I left Oris there for that purpose. You choose what you want to do.
Or 2 down. Yeah. Yeah. He is going to melee attack the owl.
Okay.
Does it take your action to command it?
I was about to say it's on your turn though, isn't it? Because it's your turn currently.
I believe it's on my turn. Like, I have to use my action to maintain it, but the effect is on his turn.
Oh.
And it gets to save at the end of each of its turns.
Got it.
Oh, I don't think it tried to save at the end of its last turn.
Another
roll?
wisdom save then.
Wisdom? What am I aiming for?
15 is a spell save.
He failed.
Oris bravely puffs out his chest and gets ready to friggin' eat it.
Okay.
Oris, this might be the alcohol talking, but you're the bravest owl I know.
Dern, it's your turn.
That is the alcohol talking, Dern. The only reason I can speak to you like this. I still love you and approve of you. Other owls still love you, even if Boots doesn't.
Yes, you're right. 18.
An 18 on Frosty the Snowman. Dern, as the Christmas spirit fills you and you bring the Kalambasha to wield, what does it look like as you bring that down the demise of the jolliest of snowmen?
As the hammer comes down, there seems to be tinsel that gets caught up in the Kalambasha as it's brought down, and almost as if a rush of Christmas spirit almost in the last remaining minutes of being able to buy product at a retail store. The hammer comes across as parcels, letters, and other things explode forth from Frosty as
And
the Kalambasha hits.
And incredibly poetic, as the Kalambasha sears through the coal, holding Frosty's cold, dead heart encased. It bursts forth, and out pops an overflowing bag of letters all over the ground in front of you.
Foxglove, we found the letters.
I'm gonna
Get
turn
the
this
letters
music
back in the
off.
bag.
Dibs on the corncob pipe.
I'm going to walk up
Sure.
as this is happening.
Smoking's bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's for
Oh.
bubbles.
Stay on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I stand over as that final face is looking up. And I go, we came, we thawed, we conquered.
And we
see
melted you.
I see what you did there.
You can take a
did
point of inspiration, Quill.
Shit, I still haven't used my last one.
there. Quill,
I know.
Quill, this is no laughing matter.
Hey,
We got to
hey,
get these
let's-
letters back to Santa.
Let's put this on ice for a second. Yeah.
All right, all right.
By chance did we walk up a hill?
Sure. Why not?
phantom
it's-
steed into toboggans so we can toboggan back to Santa.
What, you don't want a toboggan on a person?
That's. I just want to be chilling with my snowmies. I don't know what.
I
Talking
already
about.
used that one.
I don't care.
doubling
It's
up
still
on me, man.
applicable.
Everybody chill. It's okay.
There's no.
We
time
got the
like that.
coal man.
Oh, good. The yelling started. Now it really does feel like Christmas.
And
we can't
we
we
got
can't do the corpse toboggan because the enemy melted.
Yeah,
There
you're gonna
is-
have to be thankful to at least have a magical toboggan. Okay. Okay.
Dern starts looking around and goes,
When did we get to Disneyland?
when the hell did we get to the Feywild?
Hey, Dern. All these trees know
Yes?
your name. Where everybody knows
shit.
your name.
I've been told that's a bad thing. Agnes was very angry at me.
That is true.
So
Quick.
sorry, really quick. Do you summon a sleigh, you said?
I'm going to use Phantom Steed to summon some toboggans so we can get down this hill back to Santa's
So
lair faster.
typically, people usually name their vehicles, sometimes after celebrities. Is this one going to be your Beyond sleigh?
so happy.
Slay my name, slay my name.
When all the
Yes.
snow is around you.
I have final slay in this matter. Okay, yes, it is my Beyond sleigh. Slay what? And we get on these
You
toboggans.
take a
and-
sleigh through a reindeer trail and promptly get a concussion, after which you have no idea who or what you are.
No. See, we got a concussion before all this happened. That's why all this happens.
When we get back, since we did such a good job, can we go to Dairy Queen?
Ooh, for a blizzard.
So you make your way back to Santa's lodge.
I
So-
want a dipped cone.
So tell me, Foxglove, how have you been tracking the letters? And how do you know that you have them all?
Is this something Fox would have asked about while we were collecting up the letters?
This is something I'm asking Foxglove after he was tasked with collecting letters across the realms, how he decided to organize his messenger bag.
Well, see, I put the bags in the bags and the letters in the bags, and then the bag letters in the lead and the bags, and then the bag in the letter,
Great.
and then
So there's
You
a
picked
bag
up
for the
every-
realm. There's a bag realm for the bag.
We're gonna make this a group. We're gonna make this a group check. Everybody roll me investigation. No, yeah. Everybody roll me investigation, and we're gonna see how we do as a group on collecting the letters that fell out of the bag.
26.
Okay.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm using that for.
Investigation.
You do have bless still, or one more.
Not
roll.
for skill checks.
Not for skill
Oh, right.
checks.
Never mind.
Yep.
Never mind. Durin got a 7.
So is the inspiration an extra d6 or?
No, it's advantage.
So I'm taking a 14 on that then.
17.
Okay. You dig and scour through the snow, and you feel confident that you got every letter available within the body of Frosty.
Dern found exactly one letter.
Yeah, you found one letter.
Found
Aldrin
one!
looks at all the letters, and as his friends walk like down the hill a little bit, he's gonna hold back. And as soon as they're like a good trudge through the snow away, he's gonna drop locate object again, and just to make sure that no little kid's letter ended up getting stuck under Frosty or like behind a rock, because no.
Aw.
He's the only one with an understanding of what this actually means at Christmas. It matters.
The magic goes out from you
Mhm.
and surveys the area. And you think long and hard about the Christmases that you've had. And as if drawn magnetically to it, you lean down on the edge of the circle, and behind a tree, you grab the last letter that was missing.
That's
like it.
from Auburn.
Somebody's got to get my name right one of these days.
They just can't get my nose right.
I just can't get my nose.
What if that letter was like for a total a-hole of a child?
And
know?
then
And that-
look, that's not up to me. That's up to Santa. You respect the candle.
Well, no, evidently it's not even up to Santa. It's up to some magical pyromaniac.
Look,
candle.
I like the fact that Santa has conscripted these choices to an artificial intelligence built into a candle that also systematically produces a nigh unlimited amount of coal. That's like just a really efficient charcoal making machine. If trees into charcoal, that's a disproportionate amount of energy coming out from going in. Santa has obtained nuclear fusion well beyond where the United States has. I'm just putting it out there right now. Christmas, it's a Christmas miracle for science.
And so you make your way back to Santa's home at the North Pole. Rudolph leads you back and guides you back into the circle. The Please bear with me for a second while I die.
No dying.
The door is open, and so are the gates to the sleigh as you make your way back into the lodge. You see out near the sleigh, there are an assortment of reindeer circling around the sleigh and milling about and eating. And when they see you come in, they look up and in single file walk away. And all you hear is Rudolph go, yes.
Okay. As these reindeer do that, I'm gonna break away from the group.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stop in front of these reindeer.
Okay.
Will,
Uh-huh.
you gonna stand up for our buddy here?
Yes.
I clap him on the shoulder and say, "Good job, little bud." And I cast Enhance Ability on him for charisma.
Sweet.
You just have advantage on charisma stuff.
Cool. I like stomp in front of these reindeer. I put my foot down, and I hear some rock music in my head.
Sorry. Phone calls.
And I kind of like put my hand out, and I'm assuming these ones also speak common.
No.
Cool. I put my hand out and I cast Speak with Animals,
All right.
and all you guys hear. I don't have deer sounds available on me right now.
It's snack time! Did you bring the giant carrot with you?
No, those are
Okay, hold
Yetis.
on.
That's what Yetis sound
So-
like.
All Yetis sound like Bart Simpson.
Or Bernadette from Big Bang.
I mean, I would kill to be like Bernadette from Big Bang. She was awesome.
Howard!
Howard,
There it is.
did you get my cream?
This is all
This is Mother.
this is all you're hearing.
Same voice in later seasons.
I wasn't far off, personally.
That is what reindeer sound like.
So all you hear is Quill just kind of put his hands up and flash some sparkle as he casts his spell. And he's like, all right, see, here's the thing. So, look, being a little different isn't great. I've been different my whole life, and that's okay. But like the problem is when you're kind of addicted to someone who's like a little different, and then it's not okay. So like him over there, technically, he saved Christmas by getting us to the place we needed to be to get the letters. So if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have gotten there. And if you're going to keep being a bunch of little weenie reindeer, then there's going to be a bit of a problem and I'll fight all of you in the name of kindness.
Friend, but our favorite game is hide and seek, and he's so bad at it.
What do you mean he's bad at it?
His nose glows. How is he supposed to hide? His nose glows.
What if he just wants to seek?
Well, I want to see, says Cupid.
Okay. I am going to
Hey, Quill, can you find out which one of
Uh-huh.
them is the lead?
I'm assuming it's the one in the front.
Wouldn't that be Dasher? I mean, it's a blistering snowstorm, but wouldn't that be Dasher at this point?
I don't know what these things are. I don't know their names. But
The snowstorm's picking
um,
up.
yes.
Well, yeah, it's
Okay.
it's
so-
Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen and Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen and Rudolph.
Dern just turns to Albert and just goes, "Those are stupid names."
Hey, be kind. That's their names.
They need better names.
And
I don't speak to
evidently some of them are
Why are you drunk again,
Wrong.
Dern?
I don't speak
Because
to
Dern
Dane,
had
still.
a bottle of rum on the way from.
He's
The
like, why am
battle?
I in the Feywild? You are all like, everyone knows your name here. He's like, I need to drink more.
Yeah, exactly. As he's walking down,
I-
he's just like, "Dern, Dern." He's just like,
I
"No,
kind of sneak up
Dern."
behind the lead reindeer and just give him a swift kick in the jingle bells.
Well,
do
do you
they-
want to do anything else before I have someone?
yes,
intervene?
I am doing
Ooh,
stuff.
These.
Okay.
Are these reindeer speaking common?
No.
Okay. So I am going to reach into my backpack
Mhm.
and I'm going to take my water skin. I can
Okay.
buy one, they're cheap. And I'm going to take a little bit of rope, right?
Mhm.
And I'm gonna cut the top where it kind of like comes up,
Yep.
and I'm gonna cut a quick hole in it. I'm staring at the reindeer in front. I like call over Rudolph.
Yeah.
Take the string and I tie some little things on it, and I tie a little special noose in the back that can be pulled and loosened and tightened and whatnot. I go, come here for a second. He kind of, as he walks over,
Yeah. He comes over
this-
and he says, what are you going to do with that, friend Quill?
and I'm like, so look, this is going to seem a bit weird, but
Yeah.
sometimes, this is not saying you have to change yourself. This is saying that sometimes it's fun to like try different things, to like be able to make sure that everyone has a good time. Now, you don't have to wear this because screw them. You don't have to play their reindeer games. You can do what you want. But if you did want to play the game and you didn't want to be a seeker every time, you do the following. And I take the little thingy and I put it over his nose and I kind of put the rope behind. I give it a little tug. And I
You
go,
just made a mask for Rudolph.
Hannibal Rudolph. With some
specifically
fava
just
beans
his
and some nice
just his
Chianti.
nose with the end of a water
Mhm.
skin kind of there.
Okay. All right. I'm going to
and I go,
say
so
it
basically-
diminishes it down so it's like a 5-foot glow, easily hidden.
What? It's a leather water skin. No light gets out of that.
There's no way
You'd be
you're forming a
surprised.
sealed seal all the way around his nose.
That's why I made it. That's why I cut it further down. I said I cut it further down so it could like smush around.
it achieves the goal you are looking for.
Now he's a serial killer.
Cool. I kind of do that.
What do you
and I
mean
go, look.
now?
So here's the thing, okay? If you want to play the games and you want to let them, you're gonna have to wear the thing. But don't ever feel like you have to play the games just because they, want you to follow their rules. It's just an option for you because it's always good to have an aid for something that makes life a little easier. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Doesn't mean it's a good thing. But if you want to do it, then you can.
Reindeer
He does
don't
look very stupid.
Oh, he looks stupid, but he's also very grateful, and he thanks you and thinks about it for a little while and walks away with his nose covering. And he walks over, and you can hear them talking, but you hear a bunch of reindeer noises, and they trot off into the wilderness, hypothetically to go play hide and seek.
If the mask is hard to breathe through, you can always just or rub coal on it like your dad did for you in the animated claymation special of the 60s.
See, here's the thing. My other option I looked at was chalk, but I specifically made a mental note that I got blue chalk, which wouldn't have helped.
And having solved the problem of reindeer games, you now find yourself standing beside the sleigh and the great open windows or the great open gates that have small sets of stairs leading up into the house from the side where Santa
Dern,
is.
Dern just looks around and is like, we didn't have to do anything else, right? There was
need to
nothing
go
else we
and-
had to do.
We need to go and tell Santa about the good news and get these letters into his hands so he knows
the letters!
what presents to deliver to each individual child and
yeah,
or
he-
adult.
He has to burn these children's letters.
Onto
To
the
eat-
fire!
to
Dern
to
grabs
either
the
produce
bag.
fossil fuels and or the dreams of children.
You grab the
Just-
bag, Dern.
And runs into the house.
Okay. What did you say, James?
This candle, does it produce the toys?
You're
as
about
well?
to find out.
Okay, I wasn't clear on that part. If it
Yeah.
just makes coal, or if it reorganizes matter like this is fudging Star Trek.
And as you go in and Dern is carrying the bag, Santa, who has been baking more because he stress bakes and he's absolutely covered in flour, he turns around and his cheeks turn just the rosiest color as he goes, "You found it! You found it! You found it! Oh, thank goodness! Oh, now it's time for a real Christmas miracle." And you watch as he proceeds to open the bags and pull out the first letter. And he looks at it. And as he looks at the blank envelope, it writes in beautiful gold cursive font the name of a small child. Santa reads out his name and places I'm off frame, and places the envelope into the fire of the candle above the mantelpiece. The fire catches on it, and almost immediately it is engulfed in a golden flame, whose smoke comes up in a shower of ribbon that circles and comes together in a glowing orb, and it spins and it spins and it gets brighter and brighter and brighter until you almost can't look at it. And then with a small poof and a tinkle of Christmas bells, a present floats to the ground. Well, not quite to the ground, as at about waist height, it starts floating out to the sleigh. And Santa says, "No time to lose," and grabs the next envelope and reads the name and holds it to the fire. Most of the envelopes turn into presents of differing sizes, varying bows and wrapping paper, showing the unique personality of the child or where they're from. The materials used in the wrapping vary greatly as well. For some, there's spun cloth and a hand-tied twine ribbon. For some, it is highly over-manufactured paper that seems far too flimsy to actually use to wrap anything for any great period of time. Some come in bags, some come in boxes.
Sorry. I just need to unpack this for just a second. There was
Yeah.
a lot of anger in that one part that you just put there. Melissa, do you not like wrapping paper?
I hate wrapping.
But some of them come in packages, boxes, and bows.
They came without packages. So,
So
but then there's one.
as
Resting
he's
Grinch
doing
face.
that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap on Quill's shoulder and point at the stack of papers and the quills. I'll say, write down.
Santa continues to do his work. You do see the first envelope that you've seen in this pile that rather than the gold light getting brighter, it struggles. It flickers in and out. And then the ribbons that were wrapping around it rapidly turn black. And a lump of coal drops heavily to the ground with a thunk. And Santa stops in his motions and looks down and reaches down to grab the piece of coal and looks at the name inscribed on the bottom and puts it into a small pouch on his belt. And then continues to go through the envelopes.
Now, is there a name attached to it, or does Santa just know?
There's a name etched on the coal.
Can we see it?
He has one.
Can, can I make out what the name is as he takes it and puts it away?
Not really. It's small.
Okay.
You'd have to ask and take it.
Oh yeah, I'm not getting in the way of the man. I'm just going to assume it says Hoots and move along.
This is how Magnus has been heating his home.
I absolutely 100% took the coal heart of Frosty the Snowman to heat my home later.
Yep.
Because fudge that guy.
Yeah. Okay. You have a 2-pound lump of coal. No, I'm going to make it bigger than that. You can have a 15-pound lump of coal.
Probably sizable. Yeah.
Cool.
Santa, is there any problem if I use this to heat my home and put it to some good use?
That seems like a silver lining on a negative situation.
Thank you, sir. I put it into
And
my
he
not bag of
continues,
holding.
as he continues to go through all of the letters, he's making pretty fast use of it. The candle makes its decision within a few seconds for each present, and as Santa gets into a practiced motion, he is occupied. Fox, what are you and Quill doing?
I'm suggesting that Quill writes a letter.
Oh.
Right? Quill, what would you wish for? Write it down. Maybe Lou needs something.
Quill is a very specific thing where he won't wish for anything because it feels weird. But he writes down
Quill,
on the
what's Lou's favorite color?
I'm going to assume that it would be orange because of Quill.
Oberon hands you a quill that looks kind of weird, like the feathers on it match Lou's dark purples and greens, and it writes in orange that matches Quill's fur. And it kind of glistens and shimmers using that magic quill ability. Why don't you just tell Santa about Lou?
Well, like what?
How he lost his wings.
Well, I mean that was kind of my fault.
Don't tell me. Write it down.
Okay. And I write down on the note that Quill or Lou being my best friend and at times stress buddy, slowly was having, bits and pieces of him worn away and replaced with patches or whatever. And I write how at some point during my journey here, as I came through into this world, while running through and doing my initial kind of time here, his wings had eventually fallen off somewhere, and after a many months search along the same trail up and down, because I don't have fancy locate item magic, and I was surrounded by hill giants that were my carers,
and they also did not have any of those fancy magics. I searched for his wings because I wanted his wings back so that I could sew them on myself. And I was unable to find his wings. And then I made a very quick footnote saying that doesn't make him any less of a dragon. Sometimes I'll call him a draken, but he's still a dragon, even without his wings, no matter what. And I write this in the most 4-year-old Dr. Chicken Scratch possible, which is what I call my writing in real life, the writing of a 4-year-old doctor.
Dookie
and-
Meowser.
Yeah. And then I tell that story, and then because that's what you told me to say, and then Foxglove, asked me the other question, and I'm like, well, I don't really have anything to wish because I think wishing's kind of silly. But like, I don't know. It'd be cool if you had like a cooler like armor tunic or something.
All right. And as you finish
Fold up
writing
your
up
letter.
your letter, you fold it up. And there are envelopes and red seal wax on the table.
I seal it up for him.
Thank you.
I hand it to Santa before he grabs his
Well,
next
but-
letter.
Before you, as you're sealing it up, I go, well, what about everybody else?
Yeah.
You see that quill that was in your hand kind of flip over magically, and it starts scribing something on a table.
And as he's writing his, I ask Santa, can you add this one in?
And Santa looks at it for a second and he's like, I would be happy to. And he sets it aside for a moment and kind of glances at the table. He says, fairness is kind sometimes. We'll wait till everyone's ready.
Durin, do you want to write something down, buddy? Albrin says as absentmindedly as his quill is going like a million scritches a minute behind him on the desk.
Durin shakes his head a little bit. He breathes in and casts protection from poison. And he sobers up almost immediately.
The tradition, friend, is to write down the thing that you want most in the world and then ask Santa to make it come true. But the real magic isn't in Santa making it come true. It's realizing what it is that you want most. But the action helps. Give it a try.
And from under his breath,
hand him
he
another.
says, so does the Santa says, so does the candle. And he's putting the candle. He's ready.
Dern begins to write. And it's messy block letters, but it's writing. And he pauses a couple of times as he's writing, folds the letter up, puts the wax seal on it, and just kind of steps back from it.
Okay.
Albrin's letter, when it's done with Mage Hand, it just kind of folds over and goes into an envelope. And I'm going to slide it into Santa's pocket and not like leave it on the table to be burned.
Okay.
Like he probably full on notices because it's Santa.
There's
And
a
I'll-
twinkle in his eye as he meets yours, and
Yeah.
he has absolutely noticed.
And I'm just like, yep.
And Fox, do you write one of your own?
No,
Okay.
I've already gotten
We-
what I wished for.
Put in a good word
And-
for your buddy.
Santa starts burning the letters, and he gets to the end of the pile, and he lifts up Quill's letter and reads your name and puts it in the fire. And the gold comes to the roof and circles. And for a moment, it gets so bright, brighter than many of them, before it comes back together and a small package, rather than going to the sleigh, floats over to you, and another smaller package floats over to Lou. Do you open them now?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good question.
Quill, normally we open Christmas presents on Christmas morning, but some people open one on Christmas Eve.
I will open the one for I will open the one for me and tell Lou that um that we'll open his later when it's just the two of us.
Okay. Quill, your present is a box about the size of the width of your torso. It is in the most beautiful emerald green wrapping with red stripes, and there is a giant, excessively frilly bow on the top of it, and your name written in cursive and gold. And it says, "To Quill, love Santa." Possibly the first Christmas gift that Quill has ever received. And Quill opens it up, and under a little layer of tissue paper, there is something, hmm, there is a photograph inside. And this isn't something that we usually see in the womb. It's a gift as though it had come from Earth. Um, and somehow, and you're not sure how, but Christmas is a funny thing like that. It is a photo of you and Lou and Dern and Ern and Hoots and Agnes and Auburn and Foxglove all standing together. And there's no way this could be real because this never actually happened. And it's kind of freaky. It could be a prophecy. But also, you're all together. And it's all your friends together.
Is there a Christmas tree in the background?
There's a candle in the background. And that's your gift.
Quill kind of like is it in a frame or is it just kind of like a cloth thing? It's not just
it's
paper, right?
it's framed.
Um Quill just kind of like takes the photo and looks at it and he just keeps looking at it and he's not really paying attention to anything else going on around him and he's kind of like, you know, hugs it close to his chest and he just kind of lets out a sigh. It's a sigh with like it has sadness in it
Mhm.
because of friends that are not really around at the moment. But it also has like this air of like this air of happiness to it at the same time. It's one of those like it's like an uncomfortable, comfortable sigh, but in like how's the proper way to explain this? When it's like a bittersweet sigh. Like he's happy, he's sad because these people aren't here right now. He doesn't know if he'll see the other people, but he's also like happy. He's got his little photograph.
Mhm.
Just like he kind of hugs it up to him. He kind of pulls it back and he takes Lou out. And he kind of puts Lou on here and he just kind of like hugs Lou to it as well. So that like Lou is like, pressed up against everyone in the photo and all that kind of jazz. And he just kind of like sits there quietly and like kind of like walks over to the fire and kind of curls up in front of the fire for a moment and just kind of like holds the photo and stares at it as he kind of relaxes in front of the fire.
Santa smiles, nods, and pulls out the next letter, which is Dern's. Puts it in the fire.
Dern is, as soon as he puts it into the fire, is automatically feeling nervous. He's been watching the letters burn and he's watched the coal ones appear, and he's expecting his to appear as a coal.
Dern is filled with regret when the light turns dark around his box. The light that should have shone brightly gets dark and brighter, darker and brighter, darker and brighter, until it settles into a very small, dark red present that floats over to Dern.
Dern takes a look at the small present in his hands and is just delighted the fact that it's not coal.
Santa, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, after you.
Santa looks knowingly at the box and says, "Open that one Christmas morning."
Dern nods slowly and he puts it to the side.
That's tomorrow, buddy. You get a good night's sleep.
I think I will.
Santa looks at the empty bags and looks at the light. And he looks at all of you, looks at the sleigh full of presents and says, "Well, it really is a shame I won't get to see you all again, but after this trip, I have to come back. But it has been lovely knowing you while I have had the chance."
Well, I mean, so riddle me this, Santa.
Yeah,
Do you actually eat the milk and cookies we put out for you in each of the realms you go to?
of course I do.
All right, so
How
it's
else
not
do you
like you
think I
won't see
learn all
us.
my recipes? I have to trial and error them until I can recreate my favorite ones.
That's fair. So you'll see us. We just maybe won't see you.
And he glances longingly at the envelope on his desk, nods, and starts to make his way to his sleigh. His letter and his wish.
Hey, old man,
Yeah.
thanks for granting my wish.
Thanks for granting every realms.
That bears the question, Fox. How are we getting home?
I pull out the poker and point it at the fireplace. Through there.
And the fire roars. And if you'll bear with me for one moment, the fire in front of you roars to life, and you hear the jingle of sleigh bells as Santa departs with his sleigh to deliver gifts across the multiverse. The fire roars, and you all run through. Well, go ahead. I see you're shaking your head.
Fox lets all the others go through.
Okay.
Dern does not stumble through this time.
Darren,
Smells
let me tell you the meaning of Christmas presents. And I walk him through the fire together.
He has other work to do after this and can't join his friends in the womb. So once they're through, he shuts off the portal, looks at the letter, and puts it in the candle.
As the flame takes the envelope. You watch. Your friends are gone. The fire's dimmed. The bells of the sleigh have disappeared across the horizon. And you watch this old creased envelope catch fire. The fire licks up the edges of the pages and starts to swirl with blindingly golden light before coming together in a 1-pound lump of coal that smashes to the ground, indenting. You pick up that coal and turn it over. And it reads, Krampus.
Bum, bum, bum.
You feel warm energy surround you as you look down at your previously green garb, and a voice starts to speak to you, alarmingly enthusiastic. Congratulations, and welcome to the advanced level of Cheer Ambassador. We are so pleased to have you in our program. As the newly appointed Santa Claus, you will be restricted to this circle and glade for the foreseeable future. Should you wish to leave, we do recommend seeking out friends who may otherwise grant your wish. We look forward to working with you in the future. Merry Christmas!
You son of a bitch. You stole my wish.
And that, my friends, is the story of Christmas. And as the snow falling over the womb, and Christmas morning breaks, and gifts abound, and the Krampus is freed, we end our tale.
I'd like to point something out. Now Krampus has a useless letter in his pocket that says, Santa, I will be the most powerful wizard imaginable. I will learn to wish so I can free you from your wands and take over as Santa for you. One day, you will be free.
Oh, man.
Well,
what about...
folks-
Hold on. Hold on here.
Hold on.
Dern had a gift.
Yeah.
So
We're
did
not
Lou.
covering that tonight.
Why not?
You're right. Dern did have a gift.
Mostly on account if I need him to open it with his friends. I need him to wait.
Oh, like it. Thank you, Melissa. This was fun.
I have one other question. Sorry, not
Yeah.
to interrupt again.
No,
One other
no.
question. I still have that bell on me.
Yeah.
What's the
So-
bell do?
Here's the thing, okay? Yes, you have a bell that gives you one-way transportation for you and anyone standing in a 15-foot circle directly to Santa's lair. It is a one-way bell, and you do have it.
Thanks, Melissa.
This episode is canon.
You're welcome. I didn't give him much. I did just give him a one-way ticket into the Feywild.
That's fair.
Yeah, but Auburn can just poke us a portal back, so it's all good.
No, I can't.
No.
Sorry, Foxglove. Foxglove can.
He's Santa
Foxglove's
now.
in there. Yeah, he's Santa
He
now.
can't
Yeah.
leave.
But he can poke a
I
portal.
can't
portal
leave.
For us.
I
That-
do still have the portal poker.
So the poker, okay, so a couple things that are worth mentioning. The poker belongs to the Fae, not to Santa.
Uh-oh.
The poker goes back to the Fae that lead Fox's group. The Fae are responsible for delivering the letters every year, and if Foxglove would like to plead his case to the next delivery boy in a year, he's welcome to do so.
And then the
But
year after
he will be
that,
contractually
and
obligated
then
to deliver the
year
present.
after that, and
Or
then the year after that.
Rudolph
and
was
the-
needing a friend.
we magically get teleported to Santa, and we just have to wait until it's Christmas Eve to hitch a ride on his sleigh to get home.
That
Santa
sounds
would
like
do
a
that for
great
us.
adventure for next holidays episode.
Next holiday. I like it. That was amazing.
And
Thank
who
you.
says that I have to plead with the next Fae to deliver who delivers the letters? Who says I can't trick the next one?
I
I mean,
picture
there are
Foxglove Santa as like the Jim Butcher Dresden Santa, who is a force to be reckoned with. Like,
I'm so excited one of you burnt the letter. I'm so happy.
mhm,
Um, anyway, I know that it's a little early, but I think this is where we're going to call it for this evening.
that's
Thank you
fair.
all so much for coming. We really appreciate it. We will not have another regular episode of Legends of Logomancy until Monday, January 9th. So
Mm.
um, keep an eye out. We might have a few little pieces of content, but ultimately, we hope that all of you have a wonderful holiday season. Stay safe, stay warm, in whatever way that it's meaningful to you. Please enjoy, and we will see you all in the new year.
We
And
will.
on
I want to see the best puns in the comment section.
Yes, please. Any puns
Absolutely.
we missed, because I don't know how it's possible we did.
Christmas pun.
And come the 9th, you're actually going to see the same cast, but slightly shuffled over. So you're going
Yeah.
to see Mac go that way and Melissa go that way. Because he'll be running us through the next 4 episodes, playing different characters.
True.
It'll be a good time.
Agnes is the only returning character.
The 3 of us are all going to be playing new characters.
Yes.
I like it.
Well,
Have
I
a
mean, Fox
wonderful-
is Santa Claus now, so he can't just be returning.
No,
Fox
he can't.
is indeed Santa now.
And I
Yeah,
mean,
he
something
is.
might happen during. We don't know yet.
He had
All
a
right.
sobering experience, but the damage is done.
Have a lovely evening, everyone. Bye.
Have a lovely evening. Have a wonderful holidays. See you next time.
Night, everybody.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.